goodkarmabrands.com. That's talent acquisition at goodkarmabrands.com.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate.
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
Or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Coming. Little something different, huh? We went raw and dry right out of the gate. 7:01. Good morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show begins on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence on this 9th of June, 2026. Look at George Sedano smiling from Manhattan. Look at the nose cam already fired up.
Come on.
Now, Sedano, you were out yesterday resting those pipes, those golden pipes, so we could hear you on the broadcast lights tonight on ESPN Radio as the Knicks don't score in the fourth quarter. I think they scored, what, 10 points?
20 points.
Sorry. But 3 minutes left, they had only had 9 points. Disaster, Cappy. And it ruins your talking point. You were ready. You were ready to say, see it, Sedano? See that?
Well, I was, but I also said yesterday I thought San Antonio would win.
Now we got a new series, damn it.
We sure do.
I mean, San Antonio should be up 2-1 in this series.
Should be.
Had Victor Wembanyama not coughed up the game 2 with 5 mistakes in the last 2 minutes.
That's right. That's why this thing is a series.
But the big man, I will say this, he's gotten better every game. He did have a miserable last 2 minutes in that game 2, but he is figuring this series out. Bad news, I think, for the team from New York.
On the other hand, I would say that if you're the Knicks, and this is why I picked San Antonio to win this game last night, just the emotion. You know, yesterday, George, you were there, so you'll tell us more about it, but I could just feel it from TV. Just you got the first sitting president to be at an NBA game, and that brings a whole set of other complications to the crowd, to the fan experience. But, all the A-lister celebrity types sitting around courtside, knowing that you're up 2-0, you won 2 games on the road. The energy was such that I was like, I actually think the advantage is to San Antonio to be on the road and to, not have to be caught up in all of what the Knicks are caught up in. So I picked San Antonio to win the game last night, but I would just say this, that going forward for the Knicks, you better get the ball to some other guys other than just Jalen Brunson. He's an amazing player, but other guys got to have the ball in their hands as well at times, and other guys got to score.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, but I think really mainly more Karl Anthony Towns, except the fact that, because their real run here in the postseason was when they figured out, hey, let's kind of run the offense through Karl Anthony Towns a little bit. But I think that the Spurs just did a really good job of not allowing that to happen. The Spurs kind of denied him with they treated Karl Anthony Towns the way teams have treated Wemby, where they said, Stephon Castle, you're going to guard Karl Anthony Towns. and he guarded him 63 possessions in that game yesterday. And Stephon Castle is smaller, clearly, but he is as strong as an ox, that kid. He's basically doing similarly to what OKC was doing with Caruso with Wemby. And now I'm curious to see how the Knicks respond to that. But I would say that as good as Caruso is, I think Castle is better suited to do that because he's bigger and stronger than a guy like Alex Caruso. Maybe not as savvy as a guy like Alex Caruso, but there's no question he's more physically gifted. And Towns they didn't even get him the ball very much.
Stephon
So
Castle,
he only had, I believe, 4 shots in the first half.
He was, listen, by the way, George, you talk about clutch at the end of the game. I mean, for a guy who hadn't really done much offensively in the latter part of the game, to get that three-point shot where Victor passes him the ball kind of in desperation, the clock is winding down, and he drops that three. That was an amazing play. And then the next part of it is, because this guy's still 21 years old, you're on the free throw line at Madison Square Garden with all the pressure on you in a late game situation, and the fans behind the basket, and they've got those thunder sticks, and they're making noise, and they're trying to distract you visually, audibly, and him to knock down those 2 free throws at the end of the game. The kid was incredible last night. I'm fascinated by how young these kids are. And it never really occurred to me when I was 21 and the players were 21 or 22. But now that I'm 56, and I know I look like I'm 35, thank you. But now that I'm 56 and these kids are younger than my children, I'm going, wow, 21 years old, locked in on the free throw line. Very impressive last night by Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, the Spurs were definitely, the Spurs were definitely ready. The Spurs are the better team in this series. It doesn't mean that they're going to win the series, but they are the better team. They are the more talented team. The Knicks are a more cohesive unit because they've been through more collective experience together. But the talent is on the side of the Spurs. And the best player on the floor is absolutely Victor Wembanyama. This isn't even close anymore. And yesterday kind of showed you what he's capable of. Like when you look at those numbers that he put up yesterday, right? What was it, like 30-plus?
Yeah, 32 points,
yeah,
8 rebounds,
6
assists,
6 assists,
steals, blocks.
3 blocks, and 2 steals.
Right.
The only people that have put up those numbers in an NBA Finals games are Kevin Durant, LeBron James twice, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, that's it. That's the list. So you're watching something with him, and I don't believe none of those guys did that at 22 years old. Right. So let's start with that.
Yep.
So that makes it even more impressive. So what I'm telling you is this thing. Game 4 is the series.
Oh, I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
Game 4 is the series. If the Spurs win Game 4, the Knicks are in serious trouble.
Oh, yeah, huge trouble. Listen, I would say this, though. If I'm the Knicks, I don't feel terrible about what happened last night. Again, I'm going to keep on coming back to the amount of pressure that I think you must have felt.
Yeah, you know what? I yes and no.
Well, this is my perspective. Here it is.
Sure. I'm telling you as someone that was there. Like, I don't think those guys cared 1 second.
Well, you say that, but there's no way to know for sure. And I'm just telling you that from my perspective.
I'll take them at their word. How about that?
Well, but that's what guys are supposed to say. I don't feel any extra pressure. We're home. The president's here. What do you think?
I would say that considering how some of those players have been somewhat outspoken about the president, I would say that if they wanted to call him a distraction or whatever you want to call him, I feel like they would absolutely say that.
Well, listen, not just the president. To me, it's you're up 0-2. You're coming home to New York City. The Garden hasn't hosted a finals in 27 years. The Knicks haven't won a championship in 53 years. All these things, you feel that, in my opinion. And so you take that all together, and then last night you get to the fourth quarter, and here's the thing. We're going to all focus on the Knicks only scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. They couldn't seem to buy a basket until the latter part. Brunson hit a big 3, and Anunoby hit a big 3. But those were shots that they weren't scoring a lot, and they weren't hitting a lot of shots. Really, San Antonio only scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. So it's not like there was some offensive explosion. But if I'm the Knicks, I'm like, look, we didn't play well in the fourth quarter. Maybe we got run down a little bit. Maybe we got caught up in the emotion. Maybe it drained us later in the game. But the bottom line is we really only lost by a couple of points. We We were down kind of big, 10, 11 points. We battled our way back down, got the game tied at one point. If I'm the Knicks, I'm not like sitting around today going, well, we just got smashed at home. We're toast. I would say, you know what? Jalen Brunson took probably too many shots. Karl Anthony Towns did not get any. You give San Antonio credit. Other people are saying, well, Karl Anthony Towns has to be more aggressive. Anunoby was amazing last night, and that guy needs to get more points or at least more touches, especially later in the game. 9 for 13 from the field, George. 3 for 7 from three-point range. Anunoby, by the way, going at Victor and getting in the paint and dunking, those are explosive plays. So if I'm the Knicks, I'm not terribly, terribly worried, but I do agree the winner of Game 4 is going to wind up winning this series. I think the Knicks are going to wind up winning Game 4.
Okay, well, I mean, cool that you think they're going to win Game 4. I don't know who's going to win Game 4, but
I don't know either. But you got to understand something.
But again, everything you just said, I could flip that around and say the Spurs could be leading 2-1 or 3-0.
There's no doubt they could be. They could be. No, listen, they had a 14-point lead in Game 1. The Knicks made a comeback. The Knicks had a 14-point lead in Game 2. The Spurs made a comeback. Yes, Wemby made two really, I wouldn't say they're mistakes. The pass.
No. He made monster mistakes down the stretch in Game 2.
The pass.
I will count them for you.
Not the missed shot, though. The missed shot is not a mistake. Not. Hold on. Calm down. Relax. Well, wait
relax,
a second.
Cappy. It's Tuesday, man. Let's relax.
Well, I'm trying to make sure that I make my point clear, which is he made a couple of mistakes. For me, the pass off the back of Castle is the mistake.
Sure. Obvious.
But not the missed shot.
No question. Obvious. No question. But he missed free throws, okay? He also took a shot from the corner where he airballed it and sailed it over the basket. I mean, that was a terrible shot there. He made multiple mistakes down the stretch in the last 2 minutes of that contest that had nothing to do with the final shot, which actually was a good look. So what I'm telling you is there are reasons to believe the Spurs went into this game. This is where you're right. The Spurs went into this game thinking, we blew that one. We've blown both games. Like, we absolutely are confident in our ability to beat this team. And I think the Knicks went into this thinking, they were thinking like, hey, this is our chance to close the deal. I don't think it has anything to do with the Garden. I don't think it has anything to do with the president. I think it's they put the pressure of themselves of like, hey, we can close this thing out. We can end this series tonight if we win because nobody's coming back down 3-0.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll buy with that. I'll go with that all day long. I think the Knicks also did have that chance and it did have that mentality. Because, look, here's the thing. Most teams, you would think, will let their foot off the gas when they have a sizable lead. But when you're up 2-0 and you won both games on the road and you're coming home and there are all these distractions or these emotions or whatever else you want to call them, I'm not saying that the Knicks took their foot off the gas. I'm just saying that they got beat last night. But if they go back and they watch the film today, they're going to think to themselves, how bad was this? It wasn't really that bad. We were right there at the very end, and could we have won the game? I don't really think so. I mean, I think San Antonio I felt like they were in control of that game, even as the Knicks were making their comeback. But I just think that the Knicks look at today's game and they go, wait a second, what is the likelihood in the fourth quarter there's going to be 3 challenges that are going to create all of this time that gives San Antonio, in particular Wemby, because he played the entire fourth quarter, gives him all of this rest time. That really changed, I thought, a lot because Wemby he never really had to take a breather during the fourth quarter. He was able to stay on the floor the entire time because the referees were constantly reviewing what was going on. By the way, Wemby got away with one early in the game. He used that whole thing he learned with the monks and the martial arts and stuff, and he took Jalen Brunson's head and he threw him to the ground. He got away with one in a big way in that game.
I mean,
what, you rolling your eyes at me? He didn't?
I mean, he did, but what would that have done in the first quarter is my question. How is that impacting the game?
I mean, it could have turned into free throws for Brunson, couldn't it have?
I mean, okay, it could have, but I mean, the game plays out completely different if that is free throws. I mean, it doesn't mean that anything changes in the result.
Wemby's dirty. Dirty.
You were so hoping the Knicks won that game
big
yesterday.
Time.
I mean, you could hear it in your voice.
Oh
my God.
Did you hear the Trudell segment? Trudell was basically saying the series is over. Cappy's going to celebrate. We can't wait to get Sedano tomorrow.
No, I said, no, I'm not taking any victory laps. No way,
I did
man.
notice the ball knowers chat was very quiet last night.
It was, yeah, it was.
No way, man. I was not taking any victory lap. 2-0 is a nice place to be if you were rooting for the Knicks in this series. But it did not guarantee that this thing was over. I said yesterday, we were having this whole conversation, the Knicks are favored and the Knicks are going to do it. Charles Barkley said at halftime, I guarantee it's over. I'm like, no, dude, it's not over. It was a great first half comeback, and it was awesome to see the Knicks take the lead to halftime. But this game is so far from over.
I have a chat going with JT the Brick and Ben Lyons. Bergie, you're invited to join in that.
Oh, I would love that. That would make my night so much better hearing those.
It got very sad at the end. Very sad. Us Knicks fans, we just can't pull it together.
Us Knicks fans.
But here's what I would say.
Tell me.
Wembenyama, again, here's another reason he's figuring this thing out. So remember, he struggled against Towns in the first game, right? When Towns was the primary defender, Wemby was 2 of 12. Game 2, it got way better, 5 of 8. Yesterday, 6 of 10. The whole Towns on Wemby thing, that narrative is going out the window now, all of a sudden, because that thing is trending in the wrong direction. And the thing about the finals, or any playoff series, really, it's really about can your best player or the best player on the floor, ideally, for whoever wants to win, that is one and the same player, figures the series out. And we're seeing, and look, things can change in Game 4 because Mike Brown, who I'll get to in a second, and his commentary about the officiating, because I feel like I like Mike Brown a lot, but I think that he may be reaching just a smidge. Usually you want your best player, and if he happens to be the best player in the series as well, to figure the series out, and we're seeing that trend in the right direction. Now maybe the Knicks figure something out, and they throw something at Wemby that the Spurs are not ready for, and we'll see. But as of right now, Victor Wembanyama, it's not even just the points. To me, the assists, okay, is just as big. 6 assists is a big number for him. They did a really good job also, the Spurs, of the Knicks were killing them in the corners, okay, hitting threes in the first 2 games. That was not the case in Game 3. So I am genuinely curious to see what the Knicks try to do to free up the corners, because what the Spurs did was basically say, Victor, you're going to go from the paint to the corner. That's your responsibility. And it changed the dynamics of the game for the Knicks in a pretty significant way, in my opinion.
Well, here we go with Game 4. And again, I'm with you. I think the winner of Game 4 is going to wind up winning this series, because if the Knicks win it and then they go back to San Antonio and they lose, they've got an opportunity to win it on their home floor. If they lose it, and now both teams in the series have won the road games, now all of a sudden San Antonio goes home where they haven't won so far in the finals. Presumably they win that game. You think that New York would defend home court and would win. Now you get to a Game 7, and now you're going back to San Antonio. I think it's pretty hard to win a Game 7 on the road if you're the Knicks.
7:17, 17 minutes into the show. You know what you could have done in these 17 minutes?
Tell us.
Well, you could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
Well done.
So Wemby said this in between games when asked about the pressure of being down 0-2 in the finals. This is everything that I wish for. So there's no reason to really overthink it. I mean, it's what I'm built for.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about a kid who embraces the expectations in a way that we've never seen before. It's this freaking guy. Okay? I don't even know if it's – I mean, I don't remember – yeah, I just don't think there was this level of expectation on LeBron even at this stage. Yes, at 22, he was – I think he might have been in the finals already. I mean, that 2007, that sounds right. But I don't think – I mean, they knew they were going to get slaughtered in that series. Like, I think everyone knew the Spurs were a machine at that time. So, but just the way he embraces everything, to me, is just fascinating. The fact that he's at Gramercy Park the day before the game, drawing and sketching with his parents. New Yorkers were pissed because somebody gave him the key to Gramercy Park and let him in the park. I mean, I just think everything about him, to me, is absolutely fascinating.
You know, it's funny you say that, because on Sunday when he was having that press conference, I know this is going to shock you. It certainly shocked Beto yesterday when I mentioned it. I was watching that press conference on Sunday afternoon, and I heard that exact quote where he said, you know, I'm built for this. And it's amazing to me, George, that the coverage of Wembanyama, because I was watching this press conference, and the media everybody asking a question is international. He is being covered worldwide. This is not just a New York, San Antonio. This is not just a U.S. thing. Every question coming from a media member, that person is from some other part of the world, and they're fascinated by Wembanyama, as we all are. And they wound up saying to him later in the press conference, forget about being a ball player. Just talk about being a human being and what it is to deal with the kind of pressure you're dealing with. And they're all waiting for him to say something philosophical because he's 22 years old and he's the most freakish athlete we've ever seen in any sport at any time. And people are looking at him like he's some kind of a philosopher beyond just some basketball player. He is a fascinating character. And I was shockingly watching all those press conferences on Sunday and heard that exact same quote. Built for it is what he said.
Yeah. He's the real deal. And I think that when you look at this series, the Knicks, this is to me that you're right about the Brunson stuff. And I'm curious to see how that manifests itself a little bit in regards to the locker room. Because I actually have a good story about Brunson and his level of frustration after Game 2 that I think has made him press even further.
Oh, good. I'd like to hear that because that's what it looked like to me last night. It looked like a guy who was, hey, I'm home. I got all the A-list stars sitting around. I got to carry us, and I got to shoot the ball over and over again. I was like, dude, give the ball up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I'm telling you, based off the interaction I had with him in Game 2 when he was the walk-off, I can explain further.
I'm
and
looking
then
forward to
I want to
hearing
get to this Mike Brown sound about the officiating. We'll get to that because
Did you miss us yesterday, George?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. I mean,
You didn't miss
your
us?
tone today doesn't sound like you missed us at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm in like a little bit of pain still. Like I hurt my back too, so like it's been one thing after the other.
Back and throat.
Well, yeah, you didn't read the texts?
I did.
But you forgot?
I thought you were going to expand on how'd you hurt your back?
I mean, I hurt my back. I just hurt my back. I hurt my back.
Were you squatting like 500 pounds? Is that the deal?
No.
Because you've added so much muscle?
Just lifting. I think it was just I'm getting old and all the sneezing and coughing I was doing just threw out my back.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah. Because then I lifted something. I was like, ow.
Ow. All right, 7:21 on a Tuesday. Cappy, or actually Sedano, let's talk about our friends at First 5 California.
Yeah, listen, look, my family and I have been working with First 5 California for many, many years now, for well over a decade. Almost a decade, rather, at this point. And, look, we've done it for so many things because they have an incredible program for reading and getting your children ready for their educational life and whatnot. But here's the thing. They also do this program to help your kids emotionally as well. And as a parent, you want your kid to grow up happy and healthy, right? We all want that. But when kids experience hard things, for example, like divorce, neglect, substance abuse in the home, and they don't get the support they need, they can develop toxic stress response. And over time, toxic stress can lead to serious health issues like anxiety or high blood pressure, yes, even in children. But being there for your child helps protect against toxic stress before it ever starts. Learn how supporting your child's feelings can give them a stronger start by going to first5california.com. That's first, the number 5, California.com.
Vegas at Auto 722 when we return in 3 minutes. We'll pay off the Mike Brown tease, and around 7:30 we'll get out Bergey's Oregon. Talk about the Dodgers. The Dodgers as they get ready for 3 with the Pirates. That's next on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a Tuesday, Jack.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy parm pan pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium, one-topping crispy parm pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Eat, play, stay, and cheer this summer as the world's biggest football tournament comes to L.A.
Head over to LA Live to enjoy food and drink offerings from over 20 restaurants and watch every match. Catch every soccer moment this summer with your favorite crew. Big matches call for big flavors, so grab your table, order another round, and let's cheer on the world. The action begins July 11th through July 19th. See you at LA Live.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yeah, this is my philosophy. This is mine.
Yeah,
So
I don't like your filosofia.
no like.
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
No me gusto.
No me gusta la filosofía.
No me gusta la filosofía.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Oh, yeah.
7:25. Good morning.
Read to pray that the Knicks win tomorrow.
We are praying.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Tuesday, a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. Cappy on this day in 1990. MC Hammer's Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him started a record-breaking 21-week stay at the top of the U.S. album charts.
That's insane.
You know what was out?
Is that a record? That is a record?
I think it's record-breaking, Jack.
I'm just saying, did you say it was a record? I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm just reading what you
Just
wrote.
answer the man's question. He asked you a question.
Let me tell you about the day I had yesterday.
Yeah, tell me.
I don't even know what I'm reading anymore. And
Why?
usually this is a
What
show
happened?
of 6. We only got 4 here today.
Yeah.
My underwear are too tight.
Why?
Well,
I got you those double X Skims. You said you didn't like them. They didn't have a front door.
I need a front. By the way, I ordered some other underwear.
Yeah.
From True Classic. They don't have a front door either. What's up with this no front
No,
door?
people are done with the front door.
I don't like
no,
it.
they do the pull down move now. Nobody does the front door anymore, except older dudes.
It is a record.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I
Still
pray.
a record, I believe.
Pray.
All right, before we get to Bergie's
Pray.
Oregon at 7:27 on a Tuesday. By the way, Evan Cohen, I had a 30-minute conversation with him yesterday, so he's excited to come on today at 8 o'clock. I'm sure him and Sedano will break down the NBA to levels beyond comprehension.
Right.
But let's pay off the
real quick,
Mike
because
Brown
I want to
piece.
get to Bergie's Oregon. Yeah, I want to get to Bergie's Oregon real quick. But so after game 2, okay, I the Knicks win the game in insane fashion, right? The way it all transpires, the Spurs kind of throw up all over themselves. Why are you laughing? That's exactly what happened. It felt like. Yeah. So Jalen Brunson is my walk-off interview.
Okay.
And he comes over to me, and he and I have I would say, a pretty good relationship. You know what I mean? Like, he and I are
tight?
cool. No, not tight, just cool.
All
like,
right,
he's
I wanna
nice.
make sure. I want to make sure I understand.
And so he comes over, he fist bumps me, and then slams his hand on the scorer's table and screams the F word. And then I was like, whoa. And then I tell the producer, I'm like, hey, don't come to me just yet.
He's still in the middle of
he slams it again. Right. And then he slams it again, and he goes, bleep or whatever, right? So I'm like, and I look at him, I'm like, are you good? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, come to me. So they come to me, and I'm like, Jalen, whatever you guys, they came back. You guys were up 14. They came back. How did you survive or whatever? And all of a sudden, he just goes into this tirade about himself, about like, I can't believe I missed that freaking free throw. I got to be better. Everybody out here was good except for number 11, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like going off about like how frustrated he was because he screwed up the end of the game. He could have screwed up the end of the game for them. And he was saying like how he's been terrible. He can't get a shot down. Like he was ripping himself to shreds. And then I was like, okay, well that's a true leader. You know, you taking it on the chin for your team. But you know, tell me about those other guys you mentioned that were really good in the series. So then like he started talking about the other guys, but then he ripped himself again. So this is, if I was going to pinpoint a person who has got pressure on them, it's Brunson. And I would say that for this reason, that I don't think it's going to change all that much, because we've already seen the Spurs do this to the lead guard. Remember last round with Shea and the way they guarded Shea? They're doing very similar things to Jalen Brunson. They are, and by the way, they did similar things to Anthony Edwards as the guy who's the lead guard. And I just think that this team, and this was one of my reasons I thought the Spurs could win the series, is that they're really good at just kind of taking out the proverbial head of the snake, right? And whether that was Denny Advia or Anthony Edwards or Shea and now Jalen Brunson, that has been a point of emphasis during these playoffs for them. And it's been pretty much a resounding success outside of a few games here or there for those guys.
Well, I think to your point about why was Brunson shooting the ball as much as he did last night, he went 11 for 25 from the field. And he scored 32 points, and he was good. He wasn't awesome, great. In fact, I would even argue that at times he probably should have handed the ball off and relied on his teammates a little bit more. In particular, OG Anunoby, who was outstanding last night. Josh Hart, who came up with a bunch of big threes in that game last night. So for me, I understand what you're getting at, which is that he put the pressure on himself. Forget about the president being in the house. Forget about, the Garden hosting the finals. Forget about all the A-list celebrities at courtside. He was putting the pressure on himself that I got to carry this team. Brother, it is a team game, and you are the leader of your team, but you got other guys out there that are capable, and those guys need to contribute, and you need to set them up to contribute, because if it looks like what it looked like last night, the Spurs are going to wind up winning Game 4. That's going to happen.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think it could happen.
Like the way I threw in the brother in the middle of all that? I was in a rant, you know what I mean? Brother?
Yeah, well, the brother was good.
Yeah,
brother was good. We've never had a team, a series where the road team has won 4 straight. We've had 4 out of 5, and that happened in the 93 series between the Bulls and the Suns, where I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. The Bulls won the first 2 in Phoenix. The Suns won Game 3 in Chicago in, I believe, triple overtime. Charles Barkley and those guys won that game. And then Michael Jordan and them won Game 4, and then the Suns won Game 5 on the road, and then the Bulls wrapped up in 6. But yeah, if the Spurs win Game 4, it will have been an unprecedented event in NBA Finals history. So there is a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot riding on Game 4. But yeah, if you look at I'm looking back at Anthony. We know the Shea story, but Anthony Edwards in that Minnesota series. Yeah, there's a 5 of 13 in there. There's a 6 of 13 in there. There's a 9 of 26 in there. And then he had a couple other good games. Like he had some decent games. But he was also playing less minutes in that series to start because remember he came off an injury. He was hurt. Right. So yeah, they've just done a really good job with lead guards. Like that is part of it. We'll get to the Mike Brown stuff at 8:00. Let's get to Bergie's Oregon.
All right, stand by for the Oregon.
Here we go.
You watch the Blue Review each weekday at 6:30 a.m. Although I guess today, not so much on the Blue Review. Like they did it, but nobody could hear it.
Oh,
that's
really?
Not great.
Nobody could hear it?
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened? Half of it wasn't being able to hear it.
Each weekday
It's okay.
at 6:30 a.m., presented by our friends at LAX, Marcus Grant, Gregory Arthur Bergman. And then he comes on here and does his 3 things. The Dodgers get ready for the Pirates tonight. Bergie.
They do. So, yeah, everything, I mean, we have new software that's coming in, and it just...
we wrapped that up.
Okay,
keep going.
We can go.
Yeah,
all right, Paul Skeens, the Dodgers are in Pittsburgh today, play at 3:40, but they get to see Paul Skeens, right off the bat. And that's going to be obviously one of the best matchups you can get. It's going to be Paul Skeens, not against Shohei Ohtani, who's pitching tomorrow, I believe. It's against Eric Lauer.
Yeah.
But Paul Skeens has not been Paul Skeens recently. The Pirates, when Paul Skeens starts, have lost their last 4 outings.
Really?
He has taken the loss in 3 of those 4 outings, and he's giving up runs. He's just not the same guy that you expect from the last couple of years when he's the Cy Young winner, where he's just mowing by everybody, 10 strikeouts, and just doesn't get it, no hits, doesn't give up any runs. He's allowing runs now, so it's just been these last 4 starts. Hopefully that means that's a good thing for the Dodgers, but he's still Paul Skeens, so it's gonna they do not hit him well at all. Like Mookie Betts is 0 for 9 against him. Andy Pages, by the way, 4 for 6 against him. Probably the best
By the way,
hitter.
a lot of people don't hit well against him.
Exactly. But Andy Pages does. 4 of 6, 2 doubles, a home run. So that's somebody to look out for. But it's good.
Yeah.
So
more along the lines of I'm saying there's no shame in not being able to hit against him.
100%.
It's interesting though that Skeens has not been as dominant this year as he has been in his previous years. And yet the Pirates are a better than 500 ball club.
Crazy.
When your best pitcher is not pitching his best.
Yeah, they're playing.
He's still pitching really well, but yes.
Right. Not to his standards.
Yeah.
Like he has over a 3 ERA.
Right.
Which is
Which
good
is like
for everybody
what?
else.
Yeah. But for him, it's like, dude, you stink this year.
Yeah.
Right. Why don't you have a below 1 ERA?
What's
How
wrong
dare
with
you?
Right.
Yeah. So, but no, he's still an amazing pitcher, and he's still gonna get outs. But if the Dodgers are going to get him, tonight would be the night to get him.
Because he's pitching against them?
No, because he hasn't been pitching as well as he
I'm
was.
joking.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Just a joke.
It's very
Good job,
it's
Captain.
it's a little rough around here right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
And for once, I'm really not that angry about it. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I just want underwear with the front door, man.
No, you're not getting it.
No, Nick Riley. I'll tell you in a second. Go ahead, Bergie.
Nick Riley's going to get you underwear with the front door?
Yeah, he's going to buy me underwear.
Really?
Is that weird for a coworker
Yes,
to buy you
it
underwear?
is. It is.
Oh,
a little
okay.
odd.
Well, you
Little
gave me
odd.
underwear.
That is true, but I gave it to you. I
But
didn't
you
buy
guys
it.
are, you're buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like Nick. But anyway, go ahead, Greg.
So something else that's going on with the Dodgers is a historical run right now. It's a historical run in terms of injuries. They have, over the last 2 years, they've lost 3,752 days to injury. And that's the most in Major League Baseball by 859 days.
Unbelievable. I just want you to just say that again, that they've lost how many?
Over 2 years,
Yeah.
3,752 days to injury.
And that is
859 more than the next team, which is the Chicago White Sox.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. Usually in football, you're like, well, look, they've lost, 4 of their 5 offensive linemen. You can't survive that. And then they're in the basement, and you go, well, what do you expect them to do? They're all hurt. But the Dodgers have more injuries than anybody else, and they're back-to-back World Series champions.
Back. So this is just kind of what they do. And by the way, this is how it should work. The White Sox are the next most team, and they're always in the cellar. They were almost historically bad last year. And they're above 500 right now, and the Dodgers see them this weekend. But you should be bad when you have this many days on the IL, and this is just how they work. They're allowing Tyler Glasnow to go on the 60-day IL. They're allowing Edwin Diaz to come back after the All-Star break. Blake Snell after the All-Star break. Evan Phillips is coming back. Is back and pitching in AAA, but he's going to take the full 30 days in AAA just to get ready to come back up. So they don't care about the days off. They just want everybody ready to go by the playoffs. And it's just how they work. And they're the only team in baseball that can do that.
That's right. I mean, who else has the depth?
Nobody. No, there's not one other team that has that type of depth. If you think that like the Mets could be that type of team, but they don't make the playoffs.
The Mets problem is they got a guy like Juan Soto.
Right.
And Juan Soto can make $700 million, and you can tell me how great he is. But guess what? When he hits a ball and he doesn't go to first base, and the second baseman has a hard time, collecting the ball, and then Juan Soto goes, "Oh, I guess I better pick it up." See, that lazy attitude, that permeates throughout a clubhouse.
So that lazy attitude you're talking about, I saw a video last night, and it said because these things happened just recently. Shohei Ohtani against the Angels beat out an infield single by sprinting up the first baseline. And so it had a video, and it said $700 million player for $765 million player. Shohei Ohtani sprinting up first base, and that play that you're talking about with Juan Soto, him just dilly-dallying up the first baseline.
By the way, if Sedano bought me underwear, I don't think it'd be weird.
George, you want to buy
no,
Chris
that
any
wouldn't be.
underwear with front door? Like maybe get him some old school, like Fruit of the Looms with the yellow and the blue elastic waistline?
I could pick. I'm sure some guy on 7th Avenue is selling them. Probably grab them from him.
I got underwear here. Front door over here.
Underwear and a dog.
I got front door underpants right over here.
I got underwear and street meat for you.
Oh, man.
In fact, if you want, I'll put the street meat in the underpants for you.
Go ahead, Bergie.
All right, for the third thing is that Will Smith is still day-to-day with a stiff neck. And so it just got me thinking, like, what would they do if he went on the IL? Because he's a catcher. You have Dalton Rushing still, but who would be coming up after him? And there isn't some big name that would be coming up from AAA, which they have big names for everything all the way up and down their the minor league systems, but not so much of the catcher position anymore. They traded a lot of it away. So Eliezer Alfonso has been kind of around the major leagues for a little while. He's in AAA with the Comets. And then Chucky Robinson, who came up last year very, very shortly. And those are the two guys.
Where's he at?
He's in AAA also, but it's Eliezer Alfonso gets the most at-bats, and then it's Chucky Robinson. Chucky Robinson just already has some time up with the Dodgers.
They don't have like an up-and-coming star catcher?
No, not anymore.
Every other position they got, they don't have that.
They do not. They traded all of it away. Remember, they traded away Keibert Ruiz. They had a couple of other guys that they moved on from. Connor Wong, who's playing in with the Red Sox. He was one of those guys. So they've had guys throughout their time, but they just don't have that position settled anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if he does go on the IL. He's still day-to-day with the stiff neck.
Thank you, Bergie. The three things every morning around 7:30 a.m. You can watch the Blue Review. Hopefully the audio is working tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Presented by LAX with Marcus Grant and Gregory
You said you want to pass
Bergman.
that.
It didn't really bother me.
No, yeah.
I was just,
Chris,
Well, I would be annoyed, though, if I were Greg.
No,
I mean, what the hell?
But I slept in till 6:15 at the E.
Yeah.
I woke up and was like, yeah, maybe I'll make the show, maybe I won't.
I'm not annoyed because it was the first day of trying to figure this all out, and I told Tim right away, I was like, I'm not going to be annoyed if this doesn't work.
So Nick Riley sent this Amazon link. Nick Riley, one of our digital sales managers. It's the All Citizens Elite Kuyan pouch.
That's what they call it, the Kuyan pouch?
Well, underwear with men with a fly. So maybe, have you ever heard of All Citizens Elite?
No, I've not.
No.
It's got a Kuyan pouch, though.
Hey, any underpants that has a Kuyan pouch is good. Now, if they called it a Kuyan pouch, I'd immediately buy just because I think that's hilarious. But the fact that you're giving them the Kuyan pouch, it's just you're giving them free marketing.
Well, the Knicks are going to need some Kuyans to pull out this series.
Way to
still.
go, Georgie.
Good job,
Way to go, Georgie.
And we'll hear from Mike Brown and his complaining about the officiating and where and how, let's just say, not everyone agreed with him internally. Let's just leave it at that. We'll get to that. Evan Cohen at 8 o'clock. But first, tell us about being a, skivozo, Christopher.
Yes, I will tell you that in 30 seconds. But let me tell you this. Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Tune into Game 4 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night, starting at 5:30 p.m. on 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app and crystal clear digital audio. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit Pechanga.com for more information. Tonight, by the way, we've got Lakers talk with Geeter on the lead because it's Mike Trudell's wife's birthday. So Trudell's just calling in. So Geeter on the lead tonight. Lakers talk at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis. You heard Sedano say it. Don't be a City Water Skivozo, no.
Esquivoso.
You got to call our friends at Life Source Water. The Life Source Water California factory, 800-WATER99, or visit lifesource.water.com. Be like John Ireland.
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
You could suck on the tap in your house with clean water.
And do a happy dance.
Listen, he does a happy dance. Whether he's got a Kuyan pouch or not, you know what he does, Cappy? He gets out of the shower and he wiggles it around.
Wiggle that thing.
Because he
Wiggle
says,
it.
I'm free of being a City Water sleazeball.
Right.
In Los Angeles, they got all kinds of issues with the water, and especially that chlorine. It don't taste good, Jack. It don't look good. It don't feel good on your skin. But be like John Ireland. Be like me. Call LifeSource. They've been around since 1984. Trusted by over 250,000 homes with more than 4,000 five-star reviews. You don't have to haul those heavy salt bags in your house. The LifeSource water system is easy. It cleans your water. It takes care of you. Then you can drink water straight from the tap. Just go and call 800-WATER99. Visit lifesourcewater.com. Get factory direct pricing and free installation for a limited time. That number again, Jack, did you write it down? 800-WATER99, lifesourcewater.com. 800-WATER99, lifesourcewater.com. Do not via City Water Sleazeball.
Esquivoso.
Life source water. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply when we return in 3 minutes. We'll pay off that Mike Brown tease, Evan Cohen at 8 o'clock, and maybe more about a Kuyan pouch. That's all ahead on a Tuesday on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Wake up and smile, Jack!
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
It's Bethel Durant, and right now the summer deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Lease a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $279 a month for 36 months plus tax. That's $279 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP of $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $39.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required on approved credit. Tax, title, license, or extra. Excludes dealer dock fee of $80. Offer ends 6/30/2026.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
I come to Morongo to win big, like Oscar R., who just won $535 grand. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Bring your W2G from any casino on June 14th for a chance to win $25,000 cash.
Number 2.
Catch Living on a Prayer, playing the music of Bon Jovi, June 18th. And Classic Journey, playing the music of Journey, the 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away 3 Corvette Stingrays, June 28th. You could drive off a winner.
Morongo, good times.
So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
Hi, this is Avner Gatt, founding partner of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Avner Gatt Inc. is your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call me directly at 818-917-5256 for help navigating the complexity of your insurance claim. Now back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Avner. 7:47. It's Tuesday. Cappy, what do you mean is he Chinese? Not Abner, but you know he's Chinese.
Abner is not Chinese.
Not Abner, who we were talking about in the break.
Is he Chinese?
Yes. It's my brother.
Oh, I didn't know.
What did you think he was?
I don't know. I didn't know that he was. I didn't know. I don't.
We love all our Chinese brothers and sisters.
Yeah, of course.
And the Japanese ones, the Koreans,
yeah,
Filipinos,
everybody.
Taiwanese. On this day, man, we are on one today. On this day in 1998, the number 1 hit, Brady, Brandy and Monica. The boy is mine.
Brady?
I haven't had enough coffee yet. The last time I woke up at 6:15 on a show day,
yeah,
I don't even know. I don't think we were doing a morning show.
Yeah.
Also, today is National Dark and Stormy Day.
Feels like that right now.
We'd like to dedicate that to a few teammates.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned coffee. George, I think you guys are going to be really proud of me this morning.
Yeah.
I actually signed up now for the Starbucks app.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you buy this morning?
I got a.
Welcome to 2014.
I finally got the Starbucks app, but in typical fashion of mine, I was about 12 minutes out from downtown LA, and I realized, I'm like, you know what? It'd probably be more convenient if I had the Starbucks app.
Yeah.
So
You downloaded it while you were driving, I'm assuming.
and then put in all my credit card information and everything
Wait a minute,
else.
you don't have it on your Apple where it just immediately inserts it?
I thought I did, but it didn't. So I had to put in my credit card information. Anyway, I was able to drive, download the Starbucks app, put in my credit card information, make the order, all of it in 5-6 minutes, and I was able to park at LA Live and
Very
get up to the
Wait, hold on.
Starbucks.
So you're driving. You have your phone in one hand. You have a credit card in the other hand,
Yep.
and you're
Yep.
putting in your credit card as you're driving.
Well, do you
Where's
know
the wheel?
Do you know? Well, the wheel is controlled by the skidach.
Right, exactly. I wish I could tell you that I was so 2026 that I had a self-driving vehicle, but I don't.
Real quick, I know we want to pay off the Mike Brown stuff and Evan Cohen, but at some point, you were texting us mid-morning yesterday about how you were evacuating.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like an hour later. So how about this game tonight? Like, you didn't give us any update.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
you-
amazing.
well, thankfully I asked the question because,
Yeah.
right, you were
You were
like, hey,
very
man,
sweet.
game looks cool.
Yeah, you were very sweet. You were very nice to ask. Yes, I'll tell the story later, but, evacuated yesterday from Rachel's neighborhood. She lives on a canyon, and
Yeah,
the canyon was on fire about less than a mile away, and the hardware that CAL FIRE broke out. They said if they didn't have all the air support, thousands of houses would have gone up in flames yesterday. So I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on. But thank you, George. You're the one sweetheart of the group. Hey.
Well, I figured everything was okay when you're just going back to like, so tonight's game. Wow, it's going to be great.
I did immediately jump right back into content, didn't I?
Yeah. All right, let's pay off this Mike Brown thing, Sedano.
Yeah, so Mike Brown, I'm sure we have the sound, right, of him complaining about the officiating yesterday because, he made a, I don't know if I would call it an impassioned plea, but he sounded befuddled is the way he wanted to come across in that press conference yesterday. So if we have the sound, I'd love to hear it.
I'm efforting the sound as we speak.
Oh, okay. Well, we've only been talking about it for 50 minutes, so I would assume it would have been there. But nonetheless, he made some comment that he had never seen in all the years he's been watching the NBA Finals, a team have a disparity of 24 to whatever it was,
I think it was 8. Yeah.
Yeah, in the NBA Finals. And that's fine that he's never seen it. It has actually happened several times. Actually more than several times, a number of times. And what I would say to you is this, is what the thing I found the most fascinating about that comment is that, what is the media's job to do thereafter once the coach is gone, right? As the players are coming in, what is the first question they need to ask, Happy?
Hey, your coach just said the officials stink. What do you think? Is that good?
Correct.
Is that good?
And
Right.
pretty much everyone to a man
Yeah.
said, no, that wasn't it. We turned the ball over. We were sloppy. We did foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, nah, coach is not right. Like, he's wrong about this. And I get it. It's his job, okay? Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, Larry Brown, whatever. Name the coach over the years that has been in the finals before. They've all complained about officiating at some point or another.
Oh, yeah, I got the Mike Brown sound here.
Okay, let's let it rip then.
But I will say this: I never thought I'd be in the NBA Finals and see a team get 24 free throw attempts in the second half to another team's 8. And I don't think I complain much about officials or the fairness when it comes to the free throw attempts. San Antonio is a great team. They're a great team. Okay? It's going to lower our odds big time if we play game 4 and in the second half they get 24 free throw attempts to our 8. And maybe we were fouling. But they fouled too. Cat gets the ball off a loose ball rebound, and he shoots it, and he gets whacked across the arm, and they hit the ball, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline. There's no foul. There were opportunities for fouls to be called to at least try to even the free throws out.
But I mean,
but the job of the officials is not to even the free throws out, is what I would say to Mike Brown.
Yeah, but isn't it just the setup though, right? I mean, look, hey, they had 24 free throws in the second half. We had 8 free throws in the second half. Maybe we were doing a bunch of fouling, perhaps, but I think they were as well. Okay, fine. So then why such a disparity? And all it is, in my opinion, is a setup for the referees to give him a little something in Game 4. He even references Game 4. But by the way, as you point out, doesn't really matter historically who the coach is. All we have to do is look back a couple rounds in the playoffs. Did the Lakers not complain about the officiating and try and set up to get some more calls in the following game? I mean, J.J. Redick did virtually the same thing, didn't he?
Correct. And it's not, again, it's not unprecedented to see a disparity of plus 16 or more. As a matter of fact, it's happened 5 times. And by the way, most of those in recent history. And so I get it, what he's trying to do. Yes, You're right. But the fact is players came out and were like, no. I mean, they did not even flinch, the players. Towns, Brunson, they were like, nah, that's not the reason we lost. Like that, we fouled and we played sloppy and we turned the ball over. Those are the reasons we lost. So it's a bad look for Mike Brown when he comes out that way. It would, if they were to come out with a more unified front, right? I think it would be more impactful. But when his star players are like, nah, that kind of lessens the blow, is what I would say.
Well, why don't they ask Spike Lee what he thinks? Because let me tell you something right now.
I don't think Spike is
an
objective observer.
You don't think he doesn't get a post-game press conference himself? Because let me tell you something.
With that Pope Leo jersey.
It was cool, but I'll just tell you something right now.
By the way, the Pope Leo jersey was signed.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Signed by the Pope?
How do you get it signed by the Pope?
Wow,
you
that's
just walk
good.
up there, hey, Pope, sign this.
He's Spike Lee.
Maybe he had a friend who was visiting the Vatican and said, hey, while you're there, ask the Pope if he can sign his
jersey. He showed us
jersey.
that it was signed in the back, yes.
But could you imagine if Spike Lee were a Laker fan and you had Luka getting fouled and you think Luka complains to the referees? I feel like when I'm watching a game, I'm like, Spike, sit down and shut up, all right? You're not a coach. You're just a fan. You're not a player. I understand this is very important to you. I understand how long you've been sitting at courtside. But, bro, stop. I was yelling at my TV yesterday at Spike Lee as if I was yelling at Luka Doncic himself. Get back and play defense. And with Spike, I was like, sit down and shut up.
Jack Nicholson used to do the same thing.
Not to that level.
Come on.
Come on.
It's part of the tradition at the Garden.
Well, I mean, when you get those kinds of seats, I guess you get to do what you want to do.
I mean, he's been complaining to the officials for 30 years. Yeah,
it's like Luka, you know.
But I just found that to be interesting that Mike Brown took that position, which understandably so. But then his players immediately dismissed it.
He must have forgotten to tell them in the post-game locker room, "Hey guys, by the way, as I go out for the press conference, I'm going to complain about the officials. You guys back me up on all this." Guess he forgot to tell them that part of the messaging.
Didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
But look, there's plenty of stuff to get into in regards to this series, and we're going to do that a little more with Evan Cohen on the other side. But just I think there's some real numbers that stick out when watching this series that are now starting to kind of unfold that could tell the story kind of moving forward here a little bit.
Thank you, Sedano. The Mason and Ireland Show is inviting you to kick off the World Cup at Commerce Casino for a Mexico versus South Africa watch party. Join the ESPN LA crew on Thursday, June 11th, starting at noon, as Mason and Andy Kamenetsky broadcast live during and giveaways celebrating the world's biggest stage. Cheer on your favorite team June 11th at Commerce Casino. That's coming up this Thursday, Cappy. But right now, before we get to Evan Cohen and an all-new hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, let's talk about our friends at Cardiff.
Hey, George, I got this hat from RC, down at RC's barbershop in Paramount. And
when did you go?
I didn't go. Beto brought it to me.
Okay.
But the hat says business is business.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It's true. I mean, listen, you're driving down the road right now and you've got this business. And you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you own a gym, you own a restaurant, you own an HVAC company, whatever the case may be. And you're driving down the road and you're thinking to yourself, man, if I could expand, if I could hire more people, if I could buy more equipment, if I could get into a second or third or fourth location, think about how much more I could scale my business, how much more money I could make. And the one thing that's always holding small business owners back is a lack of money. And good luck going to a big bank and saying, hey, I need a business loan. I need $500,000. They'll bury you in paperwork. You'll never be able to complete it all. And by the time you do, you'll have needed that money 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago. With Cardiff, it's real simple. All you have to do is go to Cardiff, Cardiff, cardiff.co/ESPNLA, cardiff.co/ESPNLA. If
Real
you've
quick,
been in
one more
business,
time. Slow it down so people can hear that.
Cardiff, cardiff.co.
Not .com, but .co.
Thank you. /ESPNLA. I appreciate that. Here's the thing. You could have $500,000 in your business bank account today. How so? Fill out the application. It'll take you less than 5 minutes and nothing to do with your personal credit score. That's number one. Number two, if your business has been in business for over a year, good news. And if your business has more than $20,000 in monthly revenue, even better news. You could have $500,000 in your business bank account today to buy the equipment, to scale, to pay the people, to expand. Hey, small business owners, I get it, man. I do. It's tough. You need the money. Cardiff, cardiff.co, cardiff.co/ESPNLA. Good luck and fill out that application today.
Thank you, Cappy. We approach 8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. When we return in 3 minutes, we go slap it around with Evan Cohen, host of Unsportsmanlike. You know him and Sedano. Ball Nowhere Extremes. Going to really break it all down, Jack.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Red card penalty. Score big with Waba Grill's new red card combo for a limited time. A mini sweet and spicy chicken bowl, 3-piece chili crisp dumplings, and a side of Wablaze sauce for that extra heat. Then kick it up a notch with our new penalty punch, a premium beverage loaded with sweet mango popping boba. It's a flavor finish that hits the back of the neck. Get the red card combo for $9.99. Only at Waba Grill.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. And it's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need: your child's health. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Put it right in your mouth.
Right now, there's a real demand for experienced brick and block layers. You can earn up to $55.10 an hour, plus full family health care, dental, vision, a pension, and annual pay increases. This isn't just a job, it's a future. Work on high-profile projects like OC Vibe, sports stadiums, and schools you'll be proud to say you built. Join the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craftsmen Local 4. Call 626-739-5600 or visit BAC4CA.org. Become a part of the best hands in the business.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Cap right now.
8:03. Good morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. Cappy, on this day in 1994, after an argument, TLC singer Left Eye set fire to her boyfriend Andre Rison's Atlanta mansion. That seems like a normal response.
Huh. Yeah, well, you don't know what happened, or do we know what happened?
I mean, setting fire to your boyfriend's mansion? That's not cool, man.
You got upset.
Didn't she go to jail for that?
Probably so.
Okay, thanks. You're helping me a lot.
He's an arsonist.
That's arson, sucker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he joins us each Tuesday at this time. The host of Unsportsmanlike, you can hear at 3 to 7 a.m. for that early morning commute. The great Evan Cohen now on the show. Evan, I could ask you about if you've ever set fire to a mansion, but more importantly, you talked to Hugh Jackman this morning, but I'm not even going to get to that first. Now, do your underwear, the underwear you're wearing right now, do they have a front porch?
Yeah, but I never use that.
There you go.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm pulling it all down.
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right.
I don't pull it all down. I want a front porch. And
No,
Cappy gave me this underwear.
Yeah.
The Skims, they don't have a front porch.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Can I tell you something? Twice in the last week and a half, one-person bathroom in the Disney building, I forgot to lock it. Somebody walked in.
Oh.
That happened to Sedano once. Casey Kasem walked in where we all
did.
used to work.
Yeah.
When you
Oh,
say
hey, didn't re- yeah, 100%. I went to, when we worked at Fox Sports Radio, there was a one-person bathroom. The lock, I did lock it. It just didn't lock. It didn't work. Like the button on the knob didn't work. And I'm standing there, and so he could see just like my back, basically, because I
have your
used
pants
the front
pulled
door.
down all the way?
No, I used the front door.
Okay.
I used the front door and the zipper.
So we didn't see
and
your
then all of a
tushy when he
sudden,
walked in.
No, he did not. And then, but all of a sudden, the door opens.
George,
Yeah.
it's Casey Kasem. So looking back on it, are you happy you didn't lock the door? Because that's an all-time great story.
Yeah. No, it's a great story. So all of a sudden, the door opens. I hear the door swing open, and I kind of flip my head around, and it's Casey, and he goes, "Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see you there. Didn't realize you'd be in here. Sorry."
His voice as Google Dolls Iris. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's George Sedano.
But you know, like when guys who use the front door are generally older gentlemen. For example, if you walk into a men's room and there's a guy standing at a urinal and he's got both hands on his hips, that means that he's unzipped the front zipper, then opened the front door, and then let it hang by itself to do its own thing.
Can you please not say let it hang like
Well,
that?
I'm just making my point that it's hands-free.
Yeah.
It's a hands-free experience.
We got it.
But I don't have a front door in any of my underpants.
I need a front door.
I'm a pull-down guy.
I used to work with someone who, at the urinal, just to make other people uncomfortable, would pull everything down. So he around his ankle. So it'd be like he was sitting on so people would come in, you would see his like polo shirt just over his puss. His bare legs.
I think Cappy, we got to start doing that.
Yes. Oh,
George,
absolutely.
George has been around this. George, wait. You've been around this person. The CMM, you know who it is. Sedano, can you back up that this person 100% would do this?
No question.
We got to start doing that, Cappy.
Did you bring this person on to berate him? Is that what you're doing
No,
now?
it's not JJ the
that
Brick.
guy.
No.
My favorite part would be if Sedano was standing there with his pants all the way down to his ankle and Casey Kasem walks in and he sees George's tushy and it's all white, but his legs are tan because he's got like one of those farmer tans. So I get the white tushy with the tan legs.
Oh.
Nice tush.
That one's going to number one.
Right. Let's send out a long-distance dedication to George's tan.
Oh, I'm crying.
Can you please tell me who it is, Evan?
No, you don't know him.
Pull his pants all the way down. I want to know who it is.
It doesn't matter. You don't know him.
What do you know?
Right.
How do you know if I don't know him?
You
What if I know
You
him?
don't know him anyway.
What if I'm
all
connected
right.
to him on LinkedIn?
Let's
Probably
reset.
not.
Top of the hour
Yeah.
integrity.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Evan. Thoughts on yesterday? Let's just make it very open-ended.
Yeah, they did George, what you and I have been begging them to do, they being San Antonio, excuse me, they did what you and I have been begging them to do, what you and I thought what they would do before the series. For whatever reason, they chose not to until last night, and that is take the 7'5" guy and make him 7'5" instead of 6'5". And I said on our show and on Sportsmanlike, and I put it out there on Twitter at Upco Radio, that every play that I would design if I was Mitch Johnson for Wemby would be a play designed for a dunk. That doesn't mean you're going to get it. It just means it needs to be designed that way. And that I thought, and they did it last night, that they should be throwing as many passes to him that only he could catch. And that's what they did last night. And that, to me, getting going early like that, opens up everything for Castle and Harper, who are basically like two linebackers out there who are great rebounders and great defenders. Obviously, Cat didn't get involved as much on that point forward spot. Brunson's efficiency is going to be what it is because of Castle guarding him, so other guys have to help. I personally had no issue with what Wemby did, pushing Jalen Brunson to the ground. Should it have been a flagrant? Absolutely. Do I love the nastiness? Yes. I got a bigger issue that nobody from the Knicks came out there and knocked him around a little bit. My favorite non-Michael Jordan NBA player of all time is a guy by the name of Udonis Haslem, who played for the Miami Heat. And George can tell you, if someone laid a finger on Dwayne Wade or LeBron James or Chris Bosh or Shaq, he would take care of it. The Knicks didn't do that last night. Much bigger issue with the Knicks in that regard than Wemby.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson tried to handle it on his own. He tried to get into Wemby's face, and you know what Wemby did? He laughed at him. He did. And your point about dunks,
that's right.
I think Wendy made.
Well, and then he also looked at him in the navel.
That is also true. He was arguing with him in the navel. I think Wendy made this point though about dunks. It may have been this morning with Unsportsmanlike, Evan, when you guys had him on. But I think Wendy made a point that in the first two games of the finals, Wemby had a total of 3 dunks, and he had 3 dunks in the first quarter in this game yesterday.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did say it with us, Cappy. That's exactly the point. And, like, that sounds so stupid to people. Like, of course, 7'5" guy dunking. But 7'5" guy is also extremely skilled. George just pointed out how much he likes to face up, play at the elbow, etc. That's great. But not in moments like this, right? Like, and I think I said going into the game, they needed to find ways of resting him while he was on the floor. And I think he does that by way of a three-pointer or at times playing the zone, because it's much easier to go back on defense to a space and not a man because you're not running around as much. And they found ways of doing that. All of the foul calls, all of the stoppages of play, all obviously contributed to the ability for him to play the entirety of the fourth quarter last night.
Yep, that's right. Talked about that with Sedano earlier today, that the 3 different challenges that happened in the fourth quarter gave Wembanyama so much time to breathe and rest that he was completely capable of playing the full fourth quarter. And that was a big part of it, I thought. That was a big part of why they won.
Well, they also didn't get crushed in the Luke Cornett minutes, which I think is a small detail that nobody ever is going to talk about enough today. They were actually pretty good when he was on the floor in this game, whereas in the first 2 games, it was a complete nightmare when Wemby wasn't on the floor.
Absolutely right. I heard that this morning brought up by somebody on Unsportsmanlike. You're talking to the person. But anyway, I totally agree with you.
I was
And
definitely
George,
asleep during that time.
I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I was going to ask you how are you feeling, but I didn't know if now is the time to do that. But I hope
No,
you're
it's okay. I feel okay. I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Guy should get a Purple Heart. My goodness, he's got razor blades in his throat. He's got a broken back, and he's out there broadcasting.
No, that's not right, Chappie. That's not right. I can't be crapped on for asking how someone's doing.
No, you did a great job. I mean, listen, we all care about the kid, you know?
Anyway, let's get back to the game.
Doesn't
Keep
sound
going.
like you do.
No, I do. Go back to the small lineup. The small lineup. Keep going.
No. It wasn't a small lineup. Cornett on the floor. He's 7 foot. Cornett, even George, tangling up Hart to get Hart called for the technical or the flagrant, whatever it is, when he kicked him. Even that is a little moment that carries weight because it's in the Knicks' head. Oh, why are we getting called, but Wemby's not? Little things like that matter in this game. You know, Devin Vassell seems to be totally comfortable for San Antonio talking trash and laughing at the Knicks a little bit. And I just thought there were a bunch of little things that happened in the game that all start with Wemby near the basket.
Well, it's something we talked about for those first two games. I said the same thing. I'm like, Wemby is not playing in the paint. And I don't know if it was by design or if it's what the Knicks were doing against him. But, again, to your point, Evan, when you're 7'5", get as close to the basket as you can get.
You know, and here's the thing, Evan, about yesterday.
Cappy, I do think – yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I do think it was the Knicks' plan, obviously. And it's the one critique I would have with the Spurs is I think the best way I can describe it is Karl Anthony Towns is playing offensive line. Wemby's playing defensive line. The rim is the quarterback. And I think he's literally trying to block him beyond the three-point line to get to the rim. And the one critique I would have at San Antonio is off-ball back screens for Wemby on Cat, maybe not even to get him the ball, but to just get him closer to the rim, give him some help in that regard.
Good football analogy. Thank you.
The thing that I found interesting in this series, and I had said this before the playoffs started, and I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember when we were talking about Lakers and who they want to see and who they don't want to see, all that stuff. And, you know, we were going through, like, the potential series. Like, let's say they get past Houston and they play this team or they play that team. And OKC was the team I didn't want them to see because they were going to get destroyed no matter what. But even San Antonio, I said I would at least give them a puncher's chance against San Antonio because they're very streaky from three. And if you look at this series, they have shot pretty terribly from three thus far, which is, I think, part of the reason why they find themselves down 2-1. And yesterday, in a win, they were 5 of 18 on uncontested open threes. At some point, those shots are going to fall. We're going to get a regression to the mean, and then that's the time where I think – and look, it may not happen, right? But if that does happen, that's when I think we start to see the gap widen between what these two teams look like potentially.
And you're saying the gap widens in favor of San Antonio, in favor
Correct.
of the team down 2-1.
In favor of the more talented team, in my opinion.
Because 5 of 19 becomes 7 of 19, 8 of 19, and those extra 9 points makes an enormous difference.
Correct. There's a huge variance in what the game can look like if you just hit 1 or 2 or even 3 more threes. Yes.
Yeah, I thought San Antonio was going to win before the series started. You and I talked, Sedano, and it made me even feel better about that. And I was very frustrated with San Antonio in the first couple of games because I just, as Cappy and I were just saying, like,
Victor's starting position.
Why not? Put him, yeah. I just didn't understand it. And by the way, they got away from it in the second quarter last night, which I didn't get, but I guess he was just tired. Which they have to figure out a way around that because this is do or die. What did you guys think? Because we talked about it a lot on our show this morning. What did you think about the Wemby Brunson play that we were just talking about? Did you have an issue at all with Wemby in that spot?
I'm just blown away that the officials don't see that. I mean, listen, there's 3 officials on the floor. There's 10 players. One guy stands above the rest, and he happens to be going against the shortest guy on the floor at the same time. It just kind of blows my mind. Look, referees miss stuff all the time. Umpires miss strikes. Referees miss holding calls in the NFL. And sometimes refs in the NBA just miss a call. But you've got the 2 biggest stars on the floor going toe-to-toe. One guy's the tallest, one guy's the shortest, and nobody saw that? Because remember, there was a later play in the game where Wemby dropped a 3, and you thought it was going to be a 4-point play, and that looked like this could be the play of the game. But then what happened is – say it one more time, George?
Keldon Johnson pushed Mitchell Robinson, and he didn't need to. He actually was – it was dumb. Like, why would you push him into your player?
Right. But that changed the momentum of the game in that moment.
I have a question off of that.
Yeah.
I have a question off of that, and George would have to answer this, having been there / being at Wemby games. Is there any way that Wemby is so big that he blocks the view of the referee towards the person he's going up against?
It's possible.
But there's 2 others.
Right, but it's a matter of where they're positioned, Cap, and what they're all supposed to be watching something like that also.
They're not all 3 watching the same thing.
Correct.
You would just think between 6 eyes, all trained, all triangulated. That
but by the way,
Wemby push.
You know what But wait. But isn't that the same play where Keldon Johnson got called for an offensive foul on Cat? I'm pretty sure it's the same play.
I'd have to go back and watch it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. It's Keldon Johnson who gets called because him and Cat are wrestling. So they called something.
Hard to believe that they didn't call anything. Yeah.
You know what we just realized based on Cappy's referee analysis?
Tell me.
Cappy would be in charge of security at a bank. He'd have 3 security guards, 3 different entrances. He'd have them all only watch one entrance. He'd be like, there's 2 other entrances. Cappy's like, well, how did they not see it? Because they're not all watching the one play. Cappy has the 3 security guys. You all look at the front. Okay, but there's a back and a side entrance.
Don't worry about it.
We just lost $1 million.
Don't worry about it. Let the cameras keep an eye on it.
Okay,
That's what happened in this
actually,
game.
you know what? Evan makes a great point. Stop. I'm watching the play right now. Okay?
I do? Really?
Yes.
That's my reaction when he says that to me.
Okay, you shut up so I can talk for a second? I'm watching the play. Brunson is being shielded. The referee, who has got the eyes on that part of the court, is being shielded by both Wembanyama and Castle. Like, he can't see what happened there.
So
I'm watching
now, okay. And that now, let's talk about what happens in Game 4. The Knicks now send that in, and Wendy talked about this with us this morning on Unsportsmanlike. Wendy Wednesday tomorrow here on Sedano Kap. Anyway, so he mentioned that now the league will probably take a look at this moving forward, not whether or not to call the flagrant, but Wemby kind of pushes guys down when they're screening him. So what's interesting is if they keep an eye on that more so, there's going to be something else they will not see. So that's something to keep an eye on, is how the Knicks go about screening Wemby, what he does to fight through the screen, if the ref's going to be maybe a little bit more alert to that, and what else could they miss as a result.
And isn't that why Mike Brown said what he said after the game? I mean, isn't that what he's trying to do?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Mike Brown is reaching, though.
Well,
he's reaching.
Why not?
I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do, but he's
why not
reaching.
do it?
But both of you are right. Mike Brown says what he says for that reason, and George is right because the Knicks did not lose the game because of the referees last night. Canty brought it up a million times on our show. It was two fouls was the differential between the Knicks and the Spurs last night.
Right.
You can't just blame the refs.
George, on that same play, I'm watching it again as well. You're saying that that the foul
At
was
the top,
ultimately called.
behind Wembanyama and Castle, there's the official. You can't see.
Yeah. But you're saying that was there something called because Cat is going at it?
They call. I don't know if that's the exact play, but they called Keldon Johnson on Cat in a play very similar to that one.
Yeah.
On the baseline.
The
official on the baseline called that.
And Evan, it is true. I mean, you're right. I mean, listen, Brunson goes back at Wemby after Wemby just dispatches of him with his left hand, just throws him to the ground. He gets back up, Brunson. The play is still ongoing, but there is nobody from the Knicks coming over to say a word to Wemby. Nothing.
That's right.
You know,
That's
listen,
right.
Jalen Brunson.
Play.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson to me is going through what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went through against this team. He's going through what Anthony Edwards, to an extent, went through with this team. I mean, these guys are good at defending lead guards. And you mentioned Castle. Brunson is 5 of 16 in the series against Castle as the primary defender. 6 turnovers, only 4 assists. I mean, Jalen Brunson is going to have a hard time. The Knicks, yes, he has to get off the ball a little bit. I know Cappy wants that. I know Stephen A. said that last night on SportsCenter. I'm not saying he doesn't. But they're also going to need an efficient game from him to win games in the rest of this series. Like, they're not going to be able to survive if Jalen Brunson is playing the Chris Paul role. Like, that's not how they work.
No, and I know Stephen A. Cappy said this, but I think that in general, how I would look at this is just keep shooting, because the worst thing he could do is stop shooting. Even if the efficiency is not there, he still needs Cat to play make, and Cat didn't have a great game. I think Bridges has gotten a little bit of a pass. He only had 2 points last night, but because
he was terrible.
The biggest of names, he was terrible. OG was awesome.
Yep.
I know there's a critique of Mike Brown leaving in the backups for too long. Shamet, Clarkson, and Alvarado. Clarkson did have 10 points. The other thing that I noticed this morning, Mitchell Robinson, 7 minutes played. obviously I watched the entire game. I don't think I picked up on the fact that he only had 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is he's the best option to play that role of enforcer, and he didn't play enough to do that.
Yeah, I'm also kind of surprised. I didn't realize until I looked at it this morning. Also, 7 minutes. I would have thought that Mitchell Robinson, just maybe because he had a pretty efficient night scoring. You know, not that he did much. I mean, he scored 5 points, but I just didn't realize also. To me, he's a guy that I would want. You talk about an enforcer. I'd want somebody like Robinson to go pushing around Wemby. And I think that Anunoby has surprised, at least from my perspective, the athleticism that Anunoby has shown in games 2 and 3, getting around Wemby. And then in game 2, he dunked right on him. In game 3, he just went around him and dunked and went right to the basket.
See, what I would say with the Knicks, if you're Brunson, what you want is Towns to take over in the fourth. But the problem is they won't do that. The reason they won that game in Atlanta, or against Atlanta, where Towns was like peak Towns, Point Towns or whatever they call him, Point Cat, was that. But in the fourth quarter, they're relying on Brunson, and the Spurs know that, so they can just load up on Brunson, and they know he's not going to pass it all that often. Like, he's going to try to force a shot up. It really works against them. But to your point, if they're going to do that, that means the other guys need to rebound in a way that Mitchell Robinson does. Because there were at least 2 shots yesterday where Brunson just threw up a shot and Mitchell Robinson tapped it in.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great putback. I don't remember exact point of the game, but right on Wemby, George, where it was an offensive rebound putback. And for Lakers fans, he may be the most important name to keep an eye on in this series because he's going to be rumored, I bet, to be talking to the Lakers free agency-wise in the offseason. I'm not saying they're going to get him or he's going to go. And he's not exactly the rim-running center that Luka thrives with, but I guarantee his name's going to be mentioned with the Lakers this offseason.
Be the kind of body I'd like to have on the Laker roster. I'll tell you that right now. Give me 7 feet and 250.
Yeah. Evan, before we let you go, Cappy and I were talking about this, and we do agree on this. Game 4 is monstrous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if the Knicks win, they're in the catbird seat, obviously. If the Spurs win, the Knicks are in real trouble, I think. What do you think?
Okay, wait. Let me quote Nick Carter, and tell me why.
Tell me why.
You think that if the Spurs win both games at Madison Square Garden, you don't...
George.
Oh.
No, I agree with you. I
Okay.
want to know the why behind the second part specifically. Like, why
Because
do you believe
so
real trouble?
we didn't really we started talking about a million other things other than the thing that I think matters the most, which is Victor Wembanyama's figuring the series out. And when the best player on the floor starts to figure the series out, that's when you're in deep trouble. And to me, it wasn't just the 32 points or whatever. I actually think he left a few rebounds on the floor. But the assists, too, like the 6 assists, he's figured it out. Like, Cat is no longer an issue for him. Like, he's rolling right through Cat. Like, he was 6 of 10 against Cat, I believe, or 6 of 9 yesterday as the primary defender. Like, that's not an issue anymore. And it wasn't really an issue in Game 2 either. And these guys, I'm telling you, Victor realizes it. He's like, man, had I not thrown up Game 2, we'd be up 2-1. And they believe they should be up 3-0 if you ask them. So they feel incredibly confident. There's a level of confidence that I've seen this team have. And it may not matter. They still may lose because the Knicks have been through more collective experiences together, and that could end up serving them well in this series. But they are not the more talented team. They do not have the best player on the floor. And more times than not, when the best player on the floor figures it out, things tend to tilt in that direction.
What is it that you believe he's figured out?
Oh, he's figured out to get closer to the basket, and it doesn't always have to be at the rim finishing in the dunk. I think you were right. Like, it's just playing in the paint more. And also, the one thing I noticed based on being in their huddles was their thing is we need to get stops. And if we get stops, we'll be fine. And that's really their identity is get stops and get out in transition. Now, they didn't get out in transition a lot yesterday, but they feel like if they get stops, they can get easy offense because they feel like they can wear the other team down because of their defense.
Can we talk for a second what a stop is? Because people may be listening to that and be like, well, of course, every team will say that at once. Stop is a different thing to me than a missed shot. Stop is Steph Castle saying, bring it, Brunson. You can't do anything against me, correct?
Right.
Like, that's how you're looking at the stop, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's about physically wearing them down and making them have to grind the shot clock as close to 24 as you can. And because there's a level of stress that hits for any player in basketball when that shot clock starts to get under, about 6 seconds. And then you're like, uh-oh. You could hear the anticipation of the crowd. You can hear all the tension rising in those given moments. And, when you hit a shot, it's awesome. The explosion is great in the building for everyone, particularly the home team in that case. But there is a level of exhilaration also defensively that I don't think people talk about, whether you're the home team or the road team, when you get a stop, right? Like there is a feeling of, we are wearing them down. And it feels like the Spurs did a better job of wearing the Knicks down yesterday.
Yeah. Morales, you've been unbelievable this cycle.
He's been outstanding.
Listen, the way I teased it was very much like let the ball know where extremes go to town.
That's why in the last couple of minutes in particular, when Evan started to kind of say to George, well, what exactly did Wemby figure out? Like, to say Wemby
By the way,
figured it out,
speaking
let's
of
hear more
teases,
about it.
speaking of teases, Evan's Wookiee promo yesterday
good.
was about whether DeMarco is an ankle sock guy or a full sock guy.
And what did we determine? What do we find out?
I'm going to find out today because I'll be doing their show.
Well, the conclusion will come today.
I think he's a
one
full
last
sock
thing,
guy.
Evan.
Oh, no, Sedano's got one last thing. See?
Okay, one more.
There you go.
Evan, one last thing that I mentioned earlier that when you weren't on, the way they deployed Wemby defensively, he was both at the rim and at the corners, and those were his responsibilities because the Knicks were killing them in both, right? Cat was killing him in the paint, and then they were kicking it and spraying it to the corners. That was his sole responsibility if you watched yesterday. It's Mike Brown's job now to figure out how to not let him do that, but if he continues to do that and challenges them, and there'll be a time where OG Anunoby will pump fake and drive by him and finish at the rim because he's closing out hard on the corners. But more times than not, he deterred shots that the Knicks were hitting in games 1 and 2 that they did not hit in game 3. So that's figuring it out too.
I also think that no matter what Mike Brown does to combat that with the Knicks, Mitch Johnson, coach of the Spurs, needs to explain to Wemby you are not permitted to go past the free throw line on defense to guard anyone near the three-point line in the middle of the court. Like, that is not allowed. Like, literally, they should have, like, an invisible fence up there where it's like, oh, God, I got to climb over this fence? Like you're a little kid, climbing over the fence at the neighbor's house. He should not be allowed to do that in any way, shape, or form to me. Like, just camp out, as you said, paint, corners, that's it. And he blocked 1 or 2 threes in the corners, I believe, last night as well.
Early in the game, too,
Like, you have an area, live in that area, you have a chance to win the NBA championship if you live in this area. They're going to tire you out. They're going to beat you up. They're going to do the offensive line, defensive line drills. They're not going to let you get there. They're going to tag you on every screen. They're going to try to bait you. But you have to live in this area. You'll train for a marathon in the off season because that's what he'll do. He's Kobe-like in that regard. You'll increase your stamina, etc. But for right now, you have to live in the paint on offense and defense.
Ev, did you make that turn? I could hear your turn signal.
I only like ankle socks when I'm wearing shorts these days.
Oh, yeah?
Otherwise, I go a full Dickie sock.
No.
Oh, I go full sock every day.
No, I don't do that. No,
I don't
I'm
like
an ankle sock. I'm an ankle sock every day, every pair of shoes.
But you know what happened?
I agree. Yeah.
When I was in the hospital.
Well, not every shoe.
When I was in the hospital in footsie socks because of grip, I got used to a full sock.
Oh, they're amazing. I used to collect those. I used to collect hospital socks. I wore them all the time.
I got a whole box I can send you.
Really? Do they have the bottom like?
Yeah.
With the, really? The
well,
whole
they don't want
texture
you
on the
slipping
I
in the
understand.
hospital.
Understand.
My grandma was in the hospital for 3 months, may she rest in peace. But I would go to the hospital every day to visit her, and any time I would see an unopened pair of socks, I'd be like, "You need these, or can I take them?" I'd steal socks from my grandma in the hospital.
I'll send them to the Evan Cohen compound there in New York.
Oh my God.
Well, if you're, when I lived in the city, the floors are like the wooden floors that are like a little bit slippery.
Yeah.
So you need them for good grip.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
And good karma.
No, just good grip.
All right.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I mean
that's fine.
See ya, Evan.
The great Evan Cohen Take the rest of the day off.
Yeah.
You can hear on Sportsmanlike weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. leading into this show. Evan Canty and Michelle will join us Thursday at 7:45. No Canty, because Sedano's like, nah, I don't want that sucker on. And that's okay. That's okay. You know what else is okay?
Tell me.
I don't know. Let me get my read here, because we are backed up. The next 30 minutes are going to be amazing.
Well, we don't need Canty. We got Evan and Michelle.
I'd rather have Canty than Evan, but that's just me.
You want Canty more so than Evan?
No, of course not. Evan's my Hebraic brother.
He is he?
Let me tell you about my friends at Providence. Providence reminds you to stay in the game, men, by prioritizing your health. Many of the biggest health risks men face, like heart disease, cancer, diabetes. By the way, if you get diabetes, it can destroy your life. You already know that. So be sure to just get yourself checked out. All those things can develop without warning. My story tells you more than anybody else's story, right? It's one of those that you got to remember. I never went for annual checkups. I didn't check my blood pressure. I didn't go for routine screenings, and bam! I almost died, as we all know. But you got to check it out. Blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar. Take control before problems start. Talk to your doctor about important screenings like prostate and colorectal exams. Get that hand in the tushy. Poop in a box. Stay active with regular exercise. Eat a balanced diet. And don't overlook your mental health. I'm on Lexapro. Changed my life. Wish I would have found it 20 years ago. My name would be on a building. Prioritizing sleep like I did last night. I said, hey, I need 8 hours of sleep. Screw the show. I ain't doing it open. I'm sleeping in. Managing stress and staying connected are just as important as physical fitness. Providence brings together the best minds in men's health, keeping you in the game with expert care and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Protect your health and get back to the moments that matter most. Learn more at Providence.org. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I come to Morongo to win big, like Oscar R., who just won $535,000. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Bring your W2G from any casino on June 14th for a chance to win $25,000 cash.
Number 2.
Catch Living on a Prayer, playing the music of Bon Jovi, June 18th. And Classic Journey, playing the music of Journey, the 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away 3 Corvette Stingrays, June 28th. You could drive off a winner.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's springtime in SoCal, and you're still on those same old floors? Make a power move with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, turf, all in stock. They even have Cortec, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in a ton of colors, ready and in stock. Visit the showroom off the 5 next to the Commerce Casino, or check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, and no spring sale beats wholesale.
3 cities, 1 concert, a world united through football and music. On June 10th, the FIFA Countdown Concert, in collaboration with the Grammys, comes to Crypto.com Arena as part of a first-of-its-kind live celebration connecting Canada, Mexico, and the United States ahead of the FIFA World Cup 26. The Los Angeles stage will feature Diplo's Major Lazer, Davido, and additional artists to be announced, alongside stellar lineups in Toronto and Mexico City for this synchronized live concert. Doors open at 5 p.m. Pacific time, with the live show beginning at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Good morning, Sedano and Kap. It's Dr. Cerruti. Cappy, when are you coming to see me?
You got to go see Dr. Cerruti, Cappy, just like John Ireland did. The road starts here. This Friday, the U.S. men's national team begins its journey on soccer's biggest stage. Join ESPN LA at HPC Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate tailgate ahead of the opening match in Los Angeles. Mace, Andy, and Sua, are live from noon to 3, followed by DeMarco, Travis, and Geeter from 3 to 6. Powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and location near you. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show continues 90 seconds from right now.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow-braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise this summer, where every match tastes better.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the?
Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto.
Nice. Who's that?
New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now.
Wait, we're famous?
Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
It's time for Stronger Starts on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Presented by First 5 California.
First 5 California. Be calm, be steady, be there, be nurturing.
Time for today's Stronger Start.
Yes, indeed, 8:38 in the morning. Well, the Stronger Start last night was definitely the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio's backcourt and frontcourt clicked immediately, combining for 16 of the team's first 19 points last night, forcing New York to burn a quick timeout. That Stronger Start would propel the Spurs to win Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Stronger Starts here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Brought to you by First 5 California. Learn why giving your kids more support for their feelings helps protect them against toxic stress at first5california.com. 8:39 on a Tuesday. A live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Cappy, on this day in 2006, Disney's Cars was released in theaters. Of course, this is the song by Sheryl Crow that starts the movie. One of my favorite movies, The Cars.
Didn't you have what are those shoes? Those funny shoes that
I had Crocs, Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Yeah,
and I love Mater.
Mm-hmm.
When I need to relax, we put on Cars, and I just relax. I also love Cars Land at DCA, Disney's California Adventure.
Also saw a commercial
You want
last
to get
night.
together tonight, watch Cars at East Central?
I was watching a commercial last night.
I'll be like, ka-chow, Cappy, ka-chow.
I'll watch it with you. I will. I have no problem with it. But I saw a TV commercial last night. Bergie, have you seen Mookie Betts? George, I don't know if you've had a chance to see this. Mookie Betts has a new commercial where he's kind of looks like he's with his daughter, and he's trying to get her to come leave the iPad in the dugout and come out and hit some balls. And it's a commercial for Toy Story 5.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the whole time I'm like, what is this commercial even for? Until they got to the very end, and they're like, Toy Story 5. 5? I mean, I definitely saw Toy Story 1 a bunch. I think I saw Toy Story 2. 3 and 4, I don't even know what's going on in Toy Story
3
anymore.
is amazing. 4 was
Really?
really good, and 5 is about going away from toys to like iPads and phones.
Oh, well, then that would make sense.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
I've only seen 1.
Yeah, George, I've not seen 3 and 4.
I've seen them all. They're all very good.
Oh, yeah?
3 will make you cry.
3 will make me cry.
Yeah, 3 is definitely a tearjerker. There's
Really?
no question about it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Something happened with Buzz?
It's just a tearjerker.
It is a tearjerker.
Are you going to watch it or no?
No, tell me what happens.
It's Andy's leaving for college, so the toys, are going to get.
The face
Oh, my
Cappy's
God.
making.
Like, I don't understand why that just hit me emotionally. Andy's leaving for college. I know what that feeling is like.
Which one's Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the kid, right?
Yeah.
The kid.
Okay, I don't remember.
He's not a toy.
I haven't watched Toy Story since 1995, or whenever it came out.
Yeah.
I bet you
And
Woody
then
was really
Toy Story
upset.
4, we were introduced to Forky.
Forky?
Is that Andy's new fraternity brother or something?
No, they found a fork on the side, and he becomes a character.
He becomes like a toy. He wants to be a toy.
And he
he's
wants
like-
to go to the trash. Like, he keeps trying to get into the trash.
Speaking of toys, when you had to evacuate yesterday because of the fire, did you you made sure that bag was...
Oh. Dude, I swear to God, I'm not joking one bit. We were grabbing things around the house, papers and safes and pictures, and I said, we better take the stuff that I bought from Walmart. George, I'm not joking, man.
8:42. Let's talk about our friend, Jacob and Ronnie, please.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
the
real
man.
quick. You know the morning rides where the 101 is crawling, somebody cuts across 2 lanes, and a motorcycle is just trying to get through safely?
Yep.
That can turn bad real fast, Cappy.
Yeah, If you were hurt in a motorcycle accident, you should be calling Jacob. The law offices of Jacob and Ronnie can review what happened, no problem. They can deal with the insurance company and help you understand your options without making it feel complicated.
Yeah, you get a free consultation, no obligation case review, and there's no fee unless you win, okay? So call them at 800-345-6789.
Right, because that's what matters most when you're dealing with medical visits, repairs, missed work, and a whole lot of stress. Plus, everyone's walking around going, what happened to you, man? So before you let an insurance adjuster rush you into a decision, you talk to Jacob's team first, right?
Yep. Call them at 800-345-6789 or visit them at calljacob.com. And don't forget, the Call Jacob team is at Bike Night at Cycle Gear in Huntington Beach starting at 5 p.m. tonight with raffles, music, food, games, and more.
Well done.
Absolutely right. We love Jacob and Ronnie. Okay, we're going to take a 2.5-minute timeout, then we'll be back on the Sedano Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Rams fans, DFAR here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Match day in LA is almost here. This Friday, join ESPN LA at Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate tailgate before the opening match in Los Angeles. Mace, Andy, and Sua are live from noon to 3, followed by DeMarco, Travis, and Geeter from 3 to 6. Brought to you by Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. From game day gatherings to summer celebrations, Milagro brings a bright side to every occasion. Tequila never tasted better. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you run a small business, you know that opportunities and emergencies don't wait. So don't let big banks hold your business hostage with weeks of endless red tape and paperwork. Turn to Cardiff. Cardiff is America's favorite small business lender with a 5-minute application that won't impact your personal credit. You get approved in minutes and funded the same day for up to $500,000. If you've been operating for at least a year with $20,000 a month in revenue, skip the bank delays. Go to Cardiff/ESPNLA right now to secure your funding. That's cardiff.co/ESPNLA.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now.
8:46, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Tuesday. Cappy, Yamo, be there, baby.
Oh, yeah, what a song. Another great Yacht Rock classic.
Michael McDonald, James Ingram, feels good on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
By the way, it's time for the Morning Wood. Thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-6224 or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Then you'll get your own Morning Wood, the hardwood, and you can knock it at home. Knock that wood. Meanwhile, coming up at 9 o'clock when we do the digital hour, I believe Genuine is scheduled to appear.
Is that really going to happen today?
Well, it didn't happen last week. Then we went to SeaWorld. We put on the shark hats. We rubbed them together. and now Genuine appears. He's getting ready for the summer concert series at SeaWorld
this weekend.
as part of the Summer Spectacular. Absolutely right, June 13th. Meanwhile, we've got some breaking news. And for our breaking news, we go to our Valvoline breaking news desk. Valvoline Instant Oil Change and Gregory Arthur Bergman.
Bad news for the Rams. Offensive lineman Alaric Jackson was arrested for felony domestic battery on Monday night at his San Fernando Valley home, according to NBC LA. A woman reportedly was recording him with her phone and allegedly tried to take the phone out of her hand, left her with scratch marks. He is in jail. He is still in jail as of right now, and his bail is at $50,000.
Ooh,
that's not good.
That's bad news.
Bad news.
Now, here's why.
He also had another incident in 2024 for violation of the NFL's personal conduct policy.
Right. He wound up starting 14 games in 2024, but he did miss a couple early because of that suspension. I don't know the details yet. Obviously, we only know what's being reported, and it's all happening in real time. But can I just tell you one thing? I watch a lot of videos now on social media where somebody says they're a journalist and they're just standing out in front of somebody's business and they're shooting video of people. And people are like, hey, would you please not shoot video of me? And they're like, hey, I'm on a public street. I can do whatever the hell I want. Well, I'm calling the cops. And the cops show up and the cops try to be nice. And the journalist just sort of, just kind of keeps instigating. I don't like this whole idea of everybody walking around shooting video of other people just to instigate. So I don't know what happened here in this Jackson case.
It was late at night. He was arrested around 11 p.m. at night, and so it was
So just to be clear, that's a little different than what you're talking about.
I understand, but I'm just saying that it's very annoying. And and so I always think to myself, how would I behave if somebody was shooting video of me that I don't want them shooting video of?
I would also say let's just wait, till all the facts come out, right?
Exactly,
and then let's not pass judgment either way in this scenario.
But there will be a guy. Excuse me, real quick. There will be a guy who will go like this, George. They should have drafted an offensive lineman. That guy will exist.
That's not the time for that, though.
Nope, that's not. That's exactly right.
So, on a much lighter note,
make it light.
Time Magazine has just put out that LeBron James is the Times Sports 100 most influential person in sports for 2026. Cappy.
Time Magazine. Okay, and you say the most influential person in sports. Interesting.
Yep, he is the cover person of the most influential sports people of 2026.
I mean, I'd have to really ask everybody, who would you vote second? Like, who's even in the competition?
Was in there. Ohtani is in there. Roger Goodell, Lionel Messi is in there.
But
Bill Simmons is in the magazine.
Really?
Trinity Rodman, Dennis Rodman's daughter, is an excellent soccer player. Those are some of the people that are in there, according to this story.
Most influential, though. That's the word that they use, right?
Influential, yes.
Most influential.
Are you sad you didn't make the most influential people in sports list?
I mean, I guess in some way. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit sad because, I always say that everybody listens to 710. So, when you've got this amount of people that are tuning in.
ESPN LA.
That too, ESPN LA as well. So, yes, I figure, there's got to have some influence. But honestly, to me, when I think about this, and this is just an initial thought, like you mentioned all these other people, like Trinity Rodman. She's a great young soccer player. She has, made more money playing pro soccer than any woman has ever made. That, to me, there's influence there. Roger Goodell, you just mentioned. Roger Goodell and the NFL are doing things internationally, not because they're leaders. Frankly, they're following, but they're trying to expand their brand internationally, like the NBA has already done. But there's influence there. Not to mention, Roger Goodell has done these deals with streaming services outside of just television networks. There's real influence there. Bill Simmons, I say it all the time, and I'm not trying to insult the guy in any way. I just don't have exposure to all that he does. However, I do admire the business that he's built, even though I don't really know that much about it. But to me, when I think about sports and I think about influence, even Ohtani's amazing. He's one of the greatest baseball players we've ever seen in our lifetimes. And he therefore has influence because what he does brings all kinds of new business to the Dodgers and, by the way, to other Major League Baseball teams. But I don't know that anybody's more influential than LeBron, no matter what you think about him as a player. Who's more influential?
No, I mean, he's probably been as influential as anyone for, at least 15 years, if not more, at this point.
While you continue to ponder that, Cappy, let me tell you this. Want to win the ultimate summer of soccer experience? Join Travis and Andy Kamenetsky live at Hard Rock Casino Tejon on Tuesday, June 16th from 3 to 6 p.m. before Argentina takes on Algeria at 6. Fans on site will have the exclusive chance to enter to win the ultimate summer of soccer experience. Hard Rock Casino Tajon is the best place to cheer on your favorite team. The easiest drive from downtown L.A. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And by the way, speaking of LeBron's influence, I really think, George, when I look at somebody like Serena Williams, she wants to come back and play because I'm influenced by what I'm seeing LeBron do. Honestly, like Aaron Rodgers, nobody's ever really asked him, or at least I've never seen him say anything. But when you see LeBron James still playing at this level at 42 years old, and you're in your late 30s or early 40s, you think to yourself, well, if he can do it, why can't I do it? And so there is that level of influence that's not just business or media, but just pure sports. Like athletes probably look at Tom Brady and they go, he played till 45. He won a Super Bowl at 44. But LeBron James is still carrying a team at 42.
Yeah.
That's influence.
Is Lionel Messi on that list?
He's in the magazine. Well, I mean, he's literally completely changed the MLS just by being there.
Totally influenced. Right.
By the way, speaking of influence, my guy Charles Barkley should be in that magazine. Did you see what he said about Cardi B yesterday?
No, I saw something floating around on social. What happened?
So after the performance, they showed a clip of Cardi B's halftime performance, and Chuck goes, "I'm sure those aren't Cardi B's, maybe Cardi D's."
Well, it was a very,
Whoa.
It was quite the presentation.
Whoa.
He goes, she should change her name.
The Cardi
It
D?
was funny. Yeah, it was funny.
Well, you see
I'm surprised you, of all people, did not get on that.
No,
earlier.
not at all. I didn't watch that. Was the half? I literally did not watch halftime at all.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I got it. But was her performance? It was there on halftime of the.
You can
broadcast?
you can find it yourself.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, Charles isn't really referring to the performance necessarily.
No, I'm surprised that George would repeat what Charles said.
What's Charles?
Why not? Charles said it on national television.
Mm-hmm.
On ABC. Annie won.
Andy won?
Annie too.
I think it's just
Annie
ABC.
News. I think they were all running multiple angles on the ESPN Plus app. But I think the halftime feed was on all of them, I think. I don't really know. But you know what I do know?
Tell me.
It's time to talk about that emergency medical kit.
Hey, listen, this thing
or
is
the
amazing.
medical emergency kit.
Right. This company right here, the wellness company, has this product, the medical emergency kit, and I swear to you, it's the smartest freaking thing of all time. Even my doctor buddies are like, so you're not going to call me every time you need a Z-Pack? I'm not. I'm not going to call you anymore because I've got it right here inside the medical emergency kit. When you go inside of it, you got all these bottles of medication. And you think to yourself, well, do I need all those bottles of medication? You may need them today. You may need them a month from now. Maybe you need them 2 months from now. But you've got them. So it's like having an urgent care in your own home. If you've got kids and they go to camp or they go to school or they go to sports camp or whatever this summer, they could bring stuff home. You don't want to let that ruin your vacation. When Sedano told me he had a sore throat, I went into the guidebook and I found exactly what his symptoms were. And then I found exactly what medication he should take. And if you don't feel comfortable because you've looked in the guidebook and you go, I'm not so sure. Well, guess what? They have a telehealth doctor on call ready for your phone call at any time. So here's what you do. Go to urgentcarekit.com/710. urgentcarekit.com/710. Use our promo code 710. You're saving $45. Do it now so you don't wait till you get sick and then you go, why didn't I get the medical emergency kit? Get it today.
Thank you, Cappy. We approach the 9 o'clock hour. The Rich Eisen Show begins terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. or on the all-new ESPN LA app. We will continue. If you're listening on the Listen Live tile, click over to the Sedano and Cap tile, and we'll be on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Apparently, it is confirmed now that Genuine will join us in the 9 o'clock hour. And by the way, this is part 1 of 2. He's going to join us on the phone to talk about Saturday's performance at SeaWorld, but also he has agreed to come in studio and physically pony me up and show me how to really do the pony. I don't know if he understands what he's working with.
He may not.
Sedano is also going to rest those pipes. So, George, it was great having you on the show. We'll talk to you tomorrow, right? All right, George is gone.
He's like, I'm out of here. Wow.
A 6-man show down to 4, now down to 3. It should be interesting, Chuck, and Charles, and Cap, and whoever else.
And Jack.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Here's something I learned firsthand. A lot of ERs don't have pediatric specialists. But did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is the go-to for complex cases? When my son Danny had a scary fall and later developed Bell's palsy, Other ERs called Children's Hospital Los Angeles for their guidance. Their expertise isn't just in-house, it's a resource for the whole community. When it comes to kids' emergencies, CHLA is the MVP that other hospitals turn to. Visit chla.org to learn more about their expert care today.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka, vodka with standards.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Dylan.
I actually used to manage a parts department for a car dealership, and we would get stuff from Rock Auto if I couldn't get it from my dealership suppliers. You pick the year, you go through all the drop-down menus, and it just makes it really easy to navigate and see what you want. Like a wheel bearing, for instance, for a Corvair that I have. Rock Auto's catalog made it really easy to find that specific one that I was looking for.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/music. That's ethos.com/music. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Red Card penalties. Score big flavor with Waba Grill's new Red Card combo for a limited time. A mini sweet and spicy chicken ball, chili crisp dumplings, and a refreshing penalty punch for a beverage with mango popping boba. An all-star lineup for just $9.99 only at Waba Grill.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
First of all, welcome aboard to the two of you.
The two of us, Bernie. Bernie, you hear that? Lindsay and Sedano are welcoming us. They're welcoming us. It's nice.
It's okay. It's with open arms, right? Is it open arms, or are you still kind of crossed arms?
With arms
wide
open. Yeah. I mean, Lindsay may be arms wide open. I'll be crossed armed, but you guys are welcome aboard anyway. I'm like, hey, we got these two guys. We found them at sea. Like, should we let them on? We don't have a lot of room, but do you think we should let them on?
Hey, I bought his beats, his golf beats, so that got me in.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Will you ever do it, Wendy? Will you ever do the love boat?
No, why would I ever want to get... I just want to enjoy that.
Don't you think you want to take a shot, though, at it?
No. Really? Sometimes you just enjoy what you don't want to push it. Don't push it.
Yeah, I'm a push-it guy.
He is a push-it guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
If anybody's a push-it guy,
I mean,
it's that guy right there.
I like to push it, you know?
I know.
Sometimes I'll pull it. I will.
I know.
Because I'm a push and pull kind of guy.
I get it.
Right,
Listen, we don't do those kind of jokes with Wendy.
Different situations call for different actions.
We don't do those bits with Wendy.
We don't?
No. Those bits are with miscreants, not Wendy.
Oh, so just you and me?
Yes.
Okay, we're the miscreants.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Hey, that's better. Thank you.
God, you're such a sourpuss. I swear to God, you can't take any feedback. A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Внимание, внимание.
With
bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
BitBoy.
Right now.
Monstrous. But I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
Esquivoso.
Oh, yes. 9:02 in the morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. On this live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Well, Cappy, the moment has arrived.
Oh, you mean this moment?
Not just that moment, but I feel like this all began in 2022. I was coming back from a wedding in which I danced to this song, Genuine Pony. And I remember showing Travis and Sliwa in studio how I did it. Now, I'm a more curvaceous fellow, so I got that junk in the trunk and I was pushing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then Keyshawn was part of the station at the time, and he really kind of jumped on it too.
Right.
And it became a family tradition.
Yeah.
And then I did it at the Mandy Awards up on stage.
But the best one was when you and me and Avner were all on stage, and Avner wanted no part of the pony, but then he couldn't help himself because the crowd was all into it, and we were like, "Go Avner, go Avner!"
So you and
do the pony.
So you
go ride it.
So you and I were at SeaWorld Live. That's why I put on my SeaWorld shark hat.
I'm jealous. Mine's in the car.
For everyone watching on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Love that hat.
And we promoted the summer concert series. I believe Yin Yang Twins were last week.
That's right.
But this Saturday night, Genuine will be on stage at SeaWorld. And he now joins us on ESPN LA. Now, I just spoke to him on the phone, and I kind of got goosebumps.
You did.
But do I call you Mr. Genuine? How does it work, Genuine?
Yeah, how does it work?
It's all good, man. Just G is good for me, bro. How you doing, man?
Well, good morning, Genuine. Well, Genuine, I was just telling you, your song Pony, it's celebrating 30 years this year. But more importantly, it's like our theme song here at ESPN LA. We love you, man.
I love y'all too, man, and thank you. 30 years, it's been, man, it went by so quick. I can't believe I came out in 96 and it's still going. I'm still on tour. I'm still, doing shows every weekend. So it's a great thing for me, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's hard to believe 30 years, man. Honestly, when you're our age, okay, G, and we're about the same age. And listen, a lot of people say to me, they're like, you look like you're 35. There's no way you could be 56. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm a model. But the point is that when you think about 30 years, just go back 30 years ago, how the pony became the pony.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a monumental moment for me because actually I wasn't supposed to have that song. That was supposed to be an interlude for some bodyguards. So I begged Tim to have the song, and so that's when the magic was made, man. But I'm just so glad that people still love that song, and it's kept me busy so much.
Genuine with us on ESPN LA. He's getting ready for the summer concert series this Saturday night at SeaWorld San Diego. We love SeaWorld San Diego. Their summer concert series, their summer spectacular. Now, Genuine, do you realize how many people have gotten down to your song? Like, does that make you smile?
Yes, it always makes me smile. Everybody, I keep hearing it on the radio. Everybody uses a part of it. New artists, Drake, Rihanna, Britney, a whole bunch of artists always use that song. So it's a great thing for me. You know what I mean? So I'm always appreciative and feel blessed about that.
But do people, when they have a chance to meet you in person, have like weird stories? Like, let me tell you what happened to me 25 years ago when that song was on. Like, do people have weird stories that are uncomfortable for you to even hear?
Not uncomfortable, but funny. So I always hear like married song. I got married to this song. I danced to this song at my reception and all that kind of stuff.
How about I conceived children to this song? Have you heard that one?
They got down and dirty, Genuine.
Well, definitely that. But yeah, yeah, definitely that. So, but yeah, it's always a blessing, man. Like people work a long time, just to try to get a song like that people want to continue to listen to and play and all that. So I'm just happy that my first song out, that's the one that everybody knows.
But Genuine, when you perform a show, you must have to think in advance, where do I put this song in amongst my other great hits? But where do I save this for last? Do I save it for an encore? Everybody's waiting around. Or do I hit it in the middle, get everybody hyped? Do I come out on fire? Like, does it change? Does it stay in the same place every show? Explain how you use this song when performing live.
Yeah, I have definitely changed it up, but it always works usually last. I don't usually make it first. Sometimes when I really want to make a statement and I'm trying to just shut it all the way down, I'll do it first, but usually it's last. But it's never in the middle. It's either going to be first or it's going to be last.
That's how you got to do it when you do the pony.
Right.
Now, Genuine with us,
Yeah.
I've told you about my pony and my dance.
Right.
I put my foot up on the chair and I just grind it. I got junk in the trunk,
Right.
Genuine, and I let it flow, baby. I let it flow.
You do?
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear you. That's the only way you can do it. You got to do it like that.
Listen, big
You
boys
gotta
got to
let
get
it
down,
rock.
too. Big boys got to get down,
You got to let it rock.
Now, Genuine, next time you're in the Southern California area and you're promoting a show around here, you're getting ready for Saturday night at SeaWorld San Diego. But the next time you're performing with, like, Keith Sweat and Cisco, you got to come in studio so I could show you my pony.
Okay. I don't want to see your pony, but I will come to the studio.
But come on, Genuine, you got to coach a brother up.
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good on that. When I definitely come to the studio and we're gonna chop it up for sure.
Right, cool. We're gonna chop it up, and I listen. Maybe you show me how to do the pony. Maybe you show me how to do the real pony. Okay,
that's a deal.
Yeah.
That's a deal.
So, Genuine, I got to ask you, you're on a sports radio station, ESPN LA. The whole world is listening here in Southern California. When I look at your history of your life, you got to explain to us, you're from the D.C. area, but your real name, not the stage name Genuine, but your real name, is it true, is Elgin Baylor?
Elgin Lumpkin. Yep, Elgin Baylor. Yep.
Elgin
yep,
Baylor
that's my middle
Lumpkin.
name.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
Yep,
Genuine.
after the basketball player in L.A. And my mom and my dad thought I was going to probably be somewhere in sports. So they always knew I was going to be something. So I guess that at the time, that was who was the man. And so they named me after him.
But they didn't just say, hey, we're going to name you Elgin. Like, now, all of a sudden, we run into people. Guess what their names are? Shaq, Kobe, but and it happens like that, right? But they named you Elgin Baylor Lumpkin.
Yeah,
So
they knew I was going to be something.
Now, have you ever met Elgin Baylor?
Never.
Is that
Nope,
something
I
that you've
haven't.
wanted to do? Like my whole life, I've wanted to meet this guy. I have the same name, that kind of a deal?
No, not really. I didn't really, when I was coming up, I guess that was during their time. So they just knew I was going to be something or in the business or whatever. But no, I never got an opportunity to meet him. But, it always comes up like, why you're named after Elgin Baylor, the L.A. Lakers guy and all that. And I was like, yeah, sometimes people be thinking I'm his son and stuff like that, but nah, it's nothing like that. Back in the days, your parents just, named you after celebrities, I guess. And so that was my name. That's my name.
The great Genuine with us Saturday night at SeaWorld San Diego, part of their summer concert series. Genuine will be on stage as they throw it back to all the hits, the millennials, all that we grew up to. Now, Genuine, Genuine, I want to ask you, what's the best, other than the pony, what's the best R&B love song out there that you love the most?
That I like?
Yeah, other than yourself.
Other than myself, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't want to get caught out there, but I really don't listen to a lot of music anymore. I'm old school. I listen to Jodeci. I listen to
there we go.
Teddy Riley, Guy.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff. I'm not even hip to a lot of the new stuff that's even out there.
No, I meant back in the day. I meant like Keith Sweat, a little Jodeci. That's all. That
Okay. Well, there you go. Keith Sweat, Guy, Jodeci, and people like that. Michael Jackson still. That's the reason why I even started doing music. Michael Jackson after Motown 25. So,
Because for me,
Yeah,
Genuine, if you were to put
new stuff.
If I came over to your house, the Pony compound, and you put on Keith Sweat, something just ain't right, my pants are coming off. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, I turn away. But, hey, you can do your thing, brother. You can do your thing.
Even in Genuine's crib, you can do your own thing. Take your pants off.
I'm coming to the Pony
You
Palace.
do your thing, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm running away. I'm turning away.
Genuine, you've been amazing. We can't wait for Saturday night, and we can't wait for you to be in studio soon here at ESPN LA. You're the best. We love the Pony. Have a great concert Saturday night, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys for supporting me for 30 years. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all Saturday.
We love you too,
Love
Genuine.
y'all.
How about that?
That's
Genuine on ESPN LA.
Dude, you told the man, and beautifully so, by the way.
I'm coming to the Pony Palace.
And taking your pants off.
Taking his pants off.
Not his, yours.
I'll take his off, too, if you want.
Okay, well, and the thing is that he says you can do your own thing. I'm going to turn away. That's what he said. Now, we didn't get into it with Genuine about does he have a front door on his panties or does he not? Because if we would have told him that you didn't have a front door, he might have said, well, it's kind of like a bathing suit. It's no big deal. I'll take a look.
But if I go over to Genuine, the Pony Palace, and we play this song, Keith Sweat, something just say right. Actually, we're going to cue it in a little bit when he gets to the hook. Oh, yeah.
Get it. Oh, look at him go. Look at him working.
You put the foot up.
Yeah. Even the big boy has to get it a little bit. Look at him. Look at him go. Oh, yeah, nice.
Fergie, you like that view?
No, that's not a view. But I'm like G. You know, I'll turn around. You can go ahead.
Hey, how about when he said at the beginning of that whole thing about how the Pony, how he got the song The Pony, and he said he thought it was going to be an interlude for the bodyguards. Did you hear that part of it?
Yeah.
And okay, so of course, here's me like thinking very literally, like
his bodyguards.
like he's got a security team. You know what I mean?
That's supposed to be them doing it.
Right. And the song was really created just as an interlude. So like when we walk down the street and he's got a security team around him,
Here it comes, Cappy.
that music plays.
I want you to tell Rubber Rachel you going to put this on for her. Then you going to get down.
Go. Yeah. Go,
Oh,
big
man.
boy. Oh, look at him
Everybody on YouTube is lucky that they're not seeing the same view that I'm getting. This is below the camera.
Look at
so
the
it's
brother
just
go.
back and forth. Like,
Look at that brother.
that booty was moving.
Listen, that booty moves, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, what a day so far.
So the interlude for the bodyguards, I swear to you, I'm sitting here like a freaking moron going, okay, so he's got this song, he's got this security team. The song is supposed to be for them. And then he had to beg somebody. He had to beg Tim. I don't know who Tim is.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to ask who Tim is.
I
Is it
didn't know
Tim
if it meant
Johnson?
our Tim or what.
Right. He had to beg Tim.
He does music videos, so
Hey,
very well could have been.
Right. Hey, Tim, can I please have the song that was
That's
intended
right.
to be an
Our
interlude?
Tim does music videos. Tim,
right.
we going to work together. I want to do my own cover of The Pony.
Oh, boy.
That'd be great. That's a music video that Tim has not yet experienced.
And
That's one he
You can
hasn't
get
produced
Mario
quite yet.
Reese to help you with it. He does a ton of videos.
And then in the back, like in the break of it, Cappy's just toweling me off.
Hey, by the way, I asked him, hey, so your real name is Elgin Baylor Lumpkin.
Right.
And you never know how like people who don't use their real name
Right, when
react.
the Lumpkin part, the Elgin Baylor part, I think he was okay with.
Yeah, Elgin Baylor's cool. The Lumpkin part is not so cool, right? I mean, it's just kind of a weird
Well, that's his name.
last
though.
name. I mean, right.
And by the
but-
way, when his call came up, it said Elgin Lumpkin.
Elgin Lumpkin. Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't like he's hiding in it.
Right, but
He's
like,
not ashamed.
No, Genuine though
Imagine
is a very
if his
cool
caller
name.
ID said Genuine.
Yeah, right. Like it's cool. Genuine, cool name. Call me G. But when your name is Elgin Baylor Lumpkin, even if your name was Elgin Baylor Jones, Elgin Baylor Smith, Elgin Baylor Johnson, whatever, these are, common names. But Lumpkin doesn't sound so cool. But he answered it right away that his mother and father thought he was going to be somebody, whether it was in sports or somewhere else. And that's why they named him after Elgin Baylor. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I asked him, have you ever met Elgin Baylor? And then what is going through my mind is Elgin Baylor still alive or is he dead?
No, he passed away a few years ago.
He did.
Like
So
5
when
years
I
ago.
looked at you,
2021.
I went, this probably isn't the time to
Yeah.
sell you in your
Hey,
ear.
right. No,
Well, I thought you were going to be like, hey, I can introduce
Yeah,
you. He's
hey,
in LA.
hey,
He's a
Genuine,
LA guy.
would you like to meet him?
Hey,
Would you like
G,
to
you
meet
want to do
Elgin?
the pony for Elgin
Yeah.
Baylor?
Would you like to now go to his resting spot? I felt like such a
Bring some
moron.
flowers.
By the way, I feel like this can open the door to the 90s and 80s R&B throwback. Now we could have Keith Sweat in here.
Well, listen,
we
could have
should.
we could have Cisco in here.
just the same way we love yacht rock and we love
Yeah.
all those songs from that era. We love those songs and those artists from that era. That's why what SeaWorld does, and I hate to turn this into an endorsement.
But you're going to.
But that's why SeaWorld books these bands. because they book bands that people want to see. They know the demographic of who's going to come. They're like, well, if you're between the ages of 30 and 60, you're going to want to see these artists perform.
They want the millennials. They want a millennial concert so they can come and just have a great time and party and dance. And that all the people they got. Yang Yang Twins on the last week, Genuine this week. I think of Bow Wow coming.
By the way, me doing
Ashanti, you're going to that?
Yeah.
That's
Me
right.
doing that thrust thing there would have been a lot easier if I had a front door on my underpants. Gives you more room.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of like
Keeps you more restricted that way, though. You know?
But I like a restriction.
What did Johnny I say? He gets to wiggle it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
If you,
Hold on.
If you get the
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
That too. He does all that stuff.
How did you get him to say happy dance? Is that
That's
all
what
on
he-
his own?
Well, he listens to the show now. Now he fully admits that he'll listen, as he calls it. Him and Mace call it the Morales Morning Show, which I'm fine with. I don't care.
Of course you are.
Well, no, because I know it's a dig,
Mm-hmm.
but also, like, if you actually listen and time the show, you hear me very little if you time it out. You hear mostly Sedano and Kap because it's their show. But that's okay. Like, we'll take it.
By the way, some of these other
You
shows.
say Kikuchi.
By the way, guess
Yeah?
what?
Tell me.
Our friend Mike Fosh at
Did
the
he get
Angels
it? Did he get it?
is in transit. The
He's
Yusei
bringing it
Kikuchi-
here?
Well, he's sending it.
Oh, I thought you said in transit. I thought he was actually bringing it.
Well, no, he sent me a tracking number last night.
You're kidding me.
And shout out to Francisco Romo, our great listener, who was willing. He even DM'd me. Like I said, he DM'd me, hey, sucker, you want me to go to Angel Stadium? I'll go get it for you. I was like, listen, if you don't really want to go, don't go. We'll get the Angels to send the Yusei Kikuchi bobblehead. I can't wait for that bobblehead to come.
Maybe I should go see E40 on Saturday, July 11th. You guys think I should go see E40? E40?
Yeah,
No?
you should go
Nobody's
see
in-
E40.
I'm
And
going-
by the way, Jonathan Watson,
Yeah.
who is another producer for us, because at least we have one.
Wow, Birdie.
Nice job,
Nice,
Birdie.
Bird.
He said that the Tim that they were referencing is Timbaland.
Oh, I
Oh,
get that.
Which
Okay.
makes
hell
total
to the yeah.
sense, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Now I feel very uncool.
Very dumb and uncool.
Well, me too. But also, I love Timbaland. I have to have the Timbaland and Magoo CD. Have you ever heard of Timbaland and
Cappy don't
Magoo?
know anything
Mr.
about
Magoo?
It was Timbaland and Magoo. Yeah.
Okay.
Cappy don't know nothing about Timbaland and Magoo.
No,
Man,
I know
he's a
about
hell of
Soulja
a
Boy and Paul
producer.
Wall, though.
What?
Soulja Boy and Paul Wall,
Okay.
they're performing together.
Are you just doing a live read, a giant live
Too
read?
Short and Warren G,
Okay.
they're playing together.
When is Warren G playing?
Warren G is going to regulate on Saturday, August 8th.
Oh, see, that would be a fun
Would
one.
you like to go to that?
Yeah, I do want to go to that.
Okay.
Will you go with me, Cappy?
Of course I will. Because then I want to go back to the shark encounter.
Right.
Which was awesome. So
You can go see your friend. What was the Bubba?
Oh, Bubba.
Bubba the group.
Bubba the
Grouper.
Grouper. Yep.
And he was a groupie, too.
Yep. He was. Hey,
All
let me
right,
ask-
so here's what I got. I got to
What?
go adjust my underpants
Yeah.
after all that dancing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you guys slap it around a little bit and
Okay.
talk sports,
All
okay?
right.
Yeah, we're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we are.
And since the show of 6 is now the show of 3, it's about to be the show of 2 because I'm
Right.
going to walk out for a
All
little
right.
bit.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
I can't imagine when it's going to be on Friday. Good-
Well, I thought we're all off on Friday.
No.
No.
So we double checked. You didn't take the day off.
You did not take the day off.
So
Can
it's
I take the day off?
No. So it's Bergie and I, you, Sedano, and Kasim as of now.
Me, Sedano, and that brother Kasim?
Yes.
Just the three of you.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
When on Thursday, Sedano tells us either A, he doesn't feel good, or B,
His
he's
back
got
hurts?
media responsibilities. Right. He hurt his back because, he's squatting like 500 pounds now because he added 7 pounds of muscle, which I don't know if you guys know that or not, but he told us that.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, like, at what
I
day?
got a better question
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So if that does happen,
Yep.
and we say, listen,
Yeah.
why don't we have a Friday fiesta?
Yeah.
And we say, we'll put Samboni in there with you.
Great.
How many segments do you think you can make it with Samboni before you just go, listen, brother, you got to stop talking? You think you can make it a half hour?
I think I can because
Well, they
here's
both
why.
talk a lot, so it's like them going
Right.
back and forth
I'll
at each
tell
other.
him a story for 45 minutes. He'll tell me a story for an hour and a half. Show's over.
I got to go adjust my underpants.
All right, go adjust your
You
panties.
enjoy that.
All right.
6 down to 2.
Yeah.
Let's go, Cappy.
Bergie, let me ask you this. Last night, when you were watching Game 3 of the finals,
Yes.
what were you watching it on? And I don't mean a television. I mean, like, what channel were you watching it on? Were you just straight
I was
ABC?
watching, it was ABC off of the Spectrum app. Yeah.
Okay, so you're watching the Mike Breen,
Mhm.
Tim
Yep.
Legler,
Absolutely.
Richard Jefferson.
I like
Lisa
Richard
Salters
Jefferson, man.
broadcast.
He's good.
Yeah, I like Richard Jefferson too. I
And
think he's
obviously
funny.
Breen is too, obviously.
Mike Breen's terrific. But let me ask you first and foremost, because I'm going down a road here. Do you think Mike Breen gets the sort of national and probably more call it San Antonio hate that a guy like Joe Davis gets when he's calling the World Series? Because Joe Davis is the Dodgers guy, right? And people can be like, oh, he sounds like he's just calling the Dodgers. But Mike Breen is the Knicks guy. Right. So when Mike Breen knows the Knicks intimately, he knows the history, he knows the building, he knows the celebrities at courtside, he knows the storylines. And I think he does a great job, Mike Breen, of calling the finals down the middle. In other words, if you didn't tell me that Mike Breen was the voice of the Knicks, I might not know that.
Yeah, neither would I. No, I don't think he gets the same type because he's been doing it for a really long time and has been a part of all of these finals. Like, this is what he does always. So where Joe Davis, well, while he has been doing it the last couple of years, it wasn't always Joe Davis. It was Joe Buck and John Smoltz for a very, very long time. So now Joe was the Dodger announcer and then got brought into this over the last couple of years. And while he's been there, the Dodgers have been in there. So this isn't a typical thing where the Knicks are in there. So I think he gets a little bit less of it because of that.
Right. And we're also only 3 games in.
Right.
And we haven't heard anything that would tell you that Mike Breen is rooting for or is biased towards.
No.
Although I'm sure he is both of those things for the Knicks. How could you not be? But the reason I
just can't wait for the double bang when it's like Jalen Brunson hits a game-winning three-pointer.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
He's going to give you the double.
Oh, the double.
Right.
That's the better one, by the way, the double.
You like the double?
I like the double.
The reason I ask is this. I found out last night, I didn't know this, and I didn't watch it, but I think I might sample it on Wednesday night. Pat McAfee, who is doing, it's like during college football games or like during the big college football games, he and his crew of guys are down on the sideline, and they're watching the game, and they're talking about the game, but you're a fan, so you're kind of hanging out with your friends while they're watching and talking about the game. By the way, this is not a new concept. For years and years and years, people tried to convince networks to think outside the box, to think about how you could incorporate other factors that would make a broadcast entertaining. With ESPN, you've got so many channels now, and you've got so much money invested into McAfee, using him as an example, that you're like, why not just do this? Let's just try it out. So here's McAfee and his entire team of dudes, and they're on the sideline of a game, and they're watching and they're talking and they're broadcasting. And if you're a younger person who doesn't, like, I'm a traditionalist. I want the Mike Breen network broadcast.
Me too.
I want the Joe Buck, Troy Aikman network broadcast of Monday Night Football.
Not the Manning cast.
Not necessarily the Manning cast. And I sampled the Manning cast and I watched it for a little while. I find that I'm an old school guy and I want the traditional broadcast. But with McAfee last night, because I saw some highlights, he's sitting there with Kendrick Perkins, for example. And I think maybe Jay Williams. I couldn't really see because I was watching, McAfee was talking about it earlier this morning. Couldn't really see who the other broadcasters were. But then he had Tracy Morgan sit down. And Tracy Morgan's on one side and Tina Fey's on the other side. So now you have 2 New Yorker types, SNL alum types, Knicks fans, and they're sitting there with McAfee while he's, I'm not going to say calling the game, he's watching the game.
It's kind of like what we did for the Super Bowl last year, or sorry, the big game last year. We're not selling anything. For the Super Bowl last year, remember we went to Yamava, we did the broadcast on YouTube. It's the same technical thing. It's
right.
It's just another screen to watch of people talking about the game,
right,
and just having a normal conversation. That's all well and good, and it's he's one of the best at it. I think McAfee does a great job of how he does everything. I think just for me, I'm like you. I want to hear Mike Breen. I want to hear him just call the game, and that's it.
But I will say this: I like McAfee. I really like.
I think he's great. I
like
love
Perk.
McAfee.
Yeah, listen. I think it's great that ESPN is willing to look. They got a ton of money invested in the kid, right? And there's even reports I see on social media that there's a new contract coming for McAfee. They're talking like $60 million a year. For his brand. You know, it's not just
he
a
works,
show.
Man.
Oh, listen, these guys work like animals. I'll tell you this right now. Last night, I got done watching this game, and the post-game show, not really, Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. Scott Van Pelt is sitting at a desk on Madison Square Garden's floor, and Stephen A. is sitting there with him, and Mike Wilbon. And so these guys have been at it all day. And really, at one point, Van Pelt says to Stephen A., hey, I'll let you go now, man, and we'll save, whatever it is that you're brewing up right now. We'll wait for first take tomorrow morning, And so, but Sedano last night, just to give George some credit, I was driving around late last night, and I had on ESPN radio on Sirius in my car. I heard George's post-game interview, and then Q Myers up in Vegas.
Vegas.
Q has the nighttime show on ESPN radio.
Sure does.
And what do? They bring George on for, 5 minutes or so just to discuss the game and what had just happened. So these guys who are around these NBA finals, whether it's McAfee, Stephen A., even our own Sedano, Wendy can't be stopped. Wendy was on last night with Scott Van Pelt after Stephen A. Smith. And then Wendy was on this morning from New York with Evan, Canty, and Michelle on Unsportsmanlike.
And he's going to be on with us tomorrow for a Windy Wednesday.
And he's on with McAfee now.
Right.
So these guys are unstoppable, especially right now. This is their busiest time of the year.
Of course.
But they're just working. But I will say this. I don't know how everybody else feels about it. I didn't really know about the McAfee alt cast, if you will.
It's been out there, yeah.
But watching some of the highlights this morning, I'm curious on Wednesday night. I may watch a little piece.
You should watch it. He's like, if there's anybody that's engaging at this network, he is one of the more engaging people that we have here at ESPN. Like everything he does, he just has a way to just talk with the people. He talks to his friends all the same way, but he also, like, I know it's not a big deal, but like the cursing actually makes it so it feels like you're just sitting around with your buddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he does a great job of it, and you should watch it. I'll check it out too.
Plus,
I just like hearing Breen.
He's in his late 30s, I think, McAfee, and he's in that stage of life, married, having kids, family's growing, but because of his connection to WWE,
39.
Yeah, because of his connection to WWE, he is just tuned in to that 18 to 34-year-old sort of demographic.
Yep.
That I think it's awesome. Listen, when you think about all these broadcaster types and things that they're doing that are out of the ordinary, I would take you back 25 years ago to Monday Night Football when Al Michaels is doing Monday Night Football and Dan Fouts is a Hall of Fame NFL quarterback who's his right-hand man and a total pro broadcaster, and everybody will remember when they brought in Dennis Miller, right? Now, that turned into a fiasco because it just didn't work. But then after Dennis Miller, I think ESPN tried Tony Kornheiser in a very similar role. So you'd have to, again, this is 25 years ago, somebody would have to go back and check on what I'm saying. But the point is that if you have a play-by-play guy and you have a color commentator, former player guy, and then infuse into the broadcast what I call an opinionist, somebody who does what we do, which is we talk a bunch of crap. And we have a bunch of opinions about everything.
Is that what you are? Are you an opinionist?
Absolutely.
100%.
And I would love to do that. I think that if you said to me, hey, look, we're going to I'll use Sedano as an example. If you took Sedano calling college football and you had his, color commentator and you said, hey, Cap, we're throwing you into the booth and here's how it works. George calls the play. This guy gives some analysis. You give a thought and a little bit of an opinion about something. I think that would infuse a lot of life into some of these broadcasts.
Is this now a plea to Sedano to get you onto the college football?
No, I can't take any more Sedano. I can't take a 6 day a week with Sedano. Listen, I can't take it.
Well, you don't want to be wrong on the 6th day also?
Right. When he tells me that he's off for a certain day or that he's leaving for a certain hour, I'm like, okay, good. I have 3.5 days with him, not 6 days. Yes, I can't have him tell me I'm wrong about everything. No, I love the kid. But I can't have him tell me I'm wrong about everything. Like he'd be doing the play-by-play. I'd give you an opinion, and he'd be like, you're wrong about that too.
Do you want us to go to the Rams and see? So it'll be J.B. Long, and then Maurice Jones-Drew will say his part, and then you just jump in with your opinion.
And I'll just jump in with an opinion like, you know what? That was a terrible play call.
That's also, with a terrible play call.
Yeah.
You'd actually go after
absolutely.
all of it.
I'm like, that's an absolutely horrible play call. I don't know why Sean McVay decided to run the ball there rather than throw the ball on 3rd and 6. I mean, I would give you an opinion that the average person who is sitting there watching it or listening to the broadcast would probably be like, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So if you did like a pre-half and post, that would be something that you could be able to do those. I could
infuse a lot of opinion.
You could.
I could infuse a lot of opinion.
We have to think about that.
Let's give that some thought.
Give it some thought. Yeah.
Let's think about that a little bit.
We'll do.
All right. Very good. Very, very good. All right, so you're telling me that Morales went to adjust his panties.
Yeah, I mean, he's been gone for a little bit, and that's fine. Look, the two of us, there's 6 people that are on the show.
That's right.
Us two can do as much as any one of those people.
All right, let me go back to a story then, because I'm gonna talk, because as long as he's not here, I'm going to keep on yapping, because he's going to come back, and then we're going to get to the Lindsay segment, which is really now the Birdie segment.
I don't actually really have anything for the
What does that mean?
Lindsay segment.
What is
it was not prepared, so we do not have anything.
Prepared by whom?
Well, the Lindsay segment is usually prepared by Lindsay, and then
Okay.
I add in some things of my own. And
Okay.
then because I didn't see that it wasn't prepared, I didn't actually do the preparing on my side.
Okay.
So there is no Lindsay segment today. We can just have, keep talking.
Okay, well, here's what I want to talk
You and me.
about. Well, let me
Morales
tell you
is back.
something. So yesterday, you brought up during the Lindsay segment, you brought up this Texas Tech quarterback that got this injunction that he's going to be able
Insane.
to play.
Insane.
Okay, and this all happened while we're live on the air. Okay, so this was not something that I'd read beforehand, knew a whole lot about the story. You asked me, what is your opinion of a guy being cleared to play by a judge when he's got this gambling addiction and he's been busted for gambling? And here was my
Setting
first
a new
thought.
precedent. Yep.
Right. Here was my first thought yesterday, and I've listened to everybody talk about it, so I have some differing opinions. So when you hit me up with this whole thing yesterday, here's what I thought. If you were addicted to drugs and you went to rehab, they'd welcome you back to the team and they'd say, come on out and play. You're a really good player. We know you had a problem with drugs, but you went to rehab. You dealt with it. Come on back. We love you. Right?
Right.
Okay. Listen, in real life, that's what's happened to Puka Nacua this past offseason. Puka Nacua got, he was seen at the Super Bowl drinking in his own time, in his own street clothes, not wearing Rams gear. He's walking into an Uber, seems responsible. Okay, he's a young kid. He's drinking. Fine. Then the video surfaces of him passing out on that girl's lap on New Year's Eve, right? And then there's the accusations about teeth marks, blah, blah, blah. The point is that Puka Nacua was told clearly by the Rams, something's going on here, man. Let's get you to rehab. What did he do this offseason? He went and dealt with his alcohol issue.
Right.
However bad of an issue it may have been. He dealt with it. Is Puka Nacua going to be welcomed back to the Rams?
Yeah, he's already welcome back.
Of course, right, because it was alcohol. If it was alcohol, if it was drugs, if it was a sex addiction, any sort of addiction other than gambling, you would be welcome back.
As long as it wasn't violent in other natures.
Perhaps, but there's been plenty of guys who've had violent issues that have come back to the NFL.
Hey,
using
look at Joe Mixon, man. Like there was video of him absolutely hitting a girl in the face when he was at Oklahoma, and he's still playing football.
Yeah, the only guy who I can recall who, once it showed up on video, he'll never play again was Ray Rice.
Yeah, Ray Rice.
Remember him?
But they tried to let him back. He played in the preseason for a game or two.
So this kid, Sorsby, this quarterback from Texas Tech. So you asked me yesterday, well, this story is breaking, this news is happening, and a judge in Lubbock, Texas says that this kid's a star quarterback who's going to be a star at Texas Tech. Now, by the way, this kid played at Indiana for 2 years. He played at Cincinnati for 2 years. If you went and looked at the stats, you wouldn't see this kid throwing for crazy number of yards, but what you would see is a lot of touchdown passes, very few interceptions. And Texas Tech is a school that we've learned through NIL, they will spend a lot of money. And this kid was one of the top quarterbacks in the transfer portal, okay? But he got busted. And I actually had to look it up, like how he got busted, and I don't even remember what I read. But he got busted for gambling, and they sent him to rehab to kind of work on this issue. And now, after going to rehab, working on it, kid wants a chance to play again. And I will just tell you that 9.9 out of 10 people that I heard talk about this yesterday, everybody is absolutely disgusted.
That they're going to let him back?
That they're going to let him back in and play.
I'm with them. Are you not? Are you going the other way? Are you part of the 0.1?
I'm not part of 0.1 yet, but here's what I want to say about it. Look, the Big Ten, the conference that USC and UCLA plays in, they're actually telling their teams, according to some early reports, do not schedule Texas Tech. Like, that's the sort of damage that could be done to this program for allowing one kid to play. And it makes no sense to me at all. No sense. Like, one kid who's going to come in and play for one season is not worth the reputation of your entire program.
Well, it's all the precedents that it sets when you allow him back. You're basically saying if you allow him back, you're basically saying you can bet on your own team because he bet on his own team while in Indiana. So they're saying that that's okay. That everything that Pete Rose, I understand is professional. Pete Rose did was always that's the worst thing you can do. Betting on your sport, betting on your team is just unacceptable in all shape and size.
You say betting on your sport, but I have a question for you. If you're playing college football at Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is playing this upcoming weekend against Ohio State, right?
Right.
But Penn State is playing Nebraska, and you put a bet on the Penn State-Nebraska game, or you put a prop
Stay
bet.
away from your own sport, man.
Well, okay, so fine. So then let me ask you this. You play at Cincinnati, you play at Texas Tech. You're playing Texas this upcoming weekend, okay? But the Dodgers are playing the Pirates, and you want to bet on Ohtani hitting a home run. If you're a college football player, is it okay to bet on baseball?
Well, so it's a slippery slope. Like if the rules from NCAA, which by the way now has zero power whatsoever, if they're not able to, this judge is saying the NCAA has no power over this kid whatsoever. So if the rule is you're not allowed to bet on, if you're not allowed to gamble as a player, then you're not allowed to gamble as a player. So yes, it is wrong to bet on baseball at that point. But he also bet on his own team at Indiana. He bet on his team.
He actually bet against his team.
Right. That's even worse.
Yeah, it is. But he may not have been playing. But he may have known what was going on.
Who cares?
I'm betting
This
I think we
my
suck.
team sucks.
We suck.
We're
So
the worst team in college football history.
Right. We suck. I'm going to bet against us this weekend. That's right.
No, wrong.
Okay.
Why, are you trying to defend it?
Yes, he is.
No, what I'm trying to get at.
You're really defending it?
No, hold on. Let me
Go
tell
ahead.
you what I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
It's
By
a
the
story.
way, I saw a few people in the YouTube chat thought I was scraping.
Were you not?
No, I adjusted my underpants and I had to urinate, and then I had to talk to Tommy for a little bit, and now I'm back.
So first an adjustment.
Yeah.
Then a urination.
Yes.
Then a conversation.
Yes.
And now you're back.
But no scraping.
Okay, got it. No scrapination.
No.
Got it. I'm not defending the kid because I don't care about the kid. And I don't care about Texas Tech football. Obviously, the judge does. I don't.
Well, he's in Lubbock.
All I'm going to say is one thing, though. Are we surprised now that in today's day and age, where gambling has become not legalized, forget about legalized, gambling has become normalized, that a kid who's 21 or 22 years old, and even go back further when he was 18 years old, that a kid gets influenced to say, you know what? There's a TV commercial with LeBron James for DraftKings and Kevin Hart. It's funny. I like that commercial. It's funny.
Giannis sells Kalshi.
Yeah. I saw Alex Morgan, the soccer player, with one of these, DraftKings, FanDuel. I don't remember exactly which one it was. We go on the radio and we talk about Prize Picks and how much fun it is.
Sure.
I love Prize Picks. I think it's great. I was playing last night.
We don't play college football.
Correct. All I'm saying is that gambling to this generation of young people has become normalized. And so when you're a kid playing college football and you see LeBron James, and I'm not blaming LeBron, if they're going to pay him, take the money.
But he's talking about football in those commercials.
Right.
He's not talking about basketball, the sport he plays.
I understand. So let me ask you guys a question. Is it okay for LeBron to bet on football?
Well, I don't know what their policy is in his player agreement if they're allowed to actually gamble on sports outside of the NBA. We know they're not allowed to gamble on the NBA, but I don't know if they're allowed to gamble on the NFL.
I don't know the NBA policy on that, but yeah, if the NBA policy says that you can gamble on anything but the NBA, then yeah, he's allowed to.
I would guess it's not the case.
If the NCAA says the same thing, you're allowed to gamble on baseball, but you're not allowed to gamble on your own sport, then sure.
Do you know what the defense in this kid's case was? You know that what his lawyers argued as to why he should be able to play college football? I don't know if you guys read about this at all or not. Because his mental health is at risk. If you say to a guy, hey, look, you had a gambling addiction. We sent you off to rehab. You've dealt with the problem. Okay? You worked it all out. And you should be able to come back and play. If you don't allow him to play, you're sacrificing this kid's mental health. To which most people would say, well, who cares? That's his problem. That's the consequence, pal.
There's consequences that you can still you shouldn't be just thrown away and you can't do anything anymore. You just can't play college football anymore.
Okay, I have a question. This is why I'm asking all these questions.
Yes, go
ahead. Should you be able to play in the NFL?
If they want to, if that's up to the NFL to decide. So he should be if they will draft him and put him on a roster, that's up to the NFL. He cannot play college football anymore. That's just how that is.
I know, but
most likely they're not going to let him play in the NFL, but he can go play in the CFL or he can go play in the AFL.
USFL, the AFL.
Yeah, whatever.
The UFL?
The UFL, all the
UFL,
different FLs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, the XFL, if that's still a thing.
I would listen. All I'm saying
you should
is
make
this.
a KFL.
All I want to say is this. Listen, I don't care about the kid. I really don't care about him.
Seems like you care.
No, I don't. I don't care about him, and I don't even know him, and I don't care about Texas Tech football. And if he were a quarterback at my alma mater and my school, I'd be like, how could we ever trust this guy? I mean, that's how I would feel. You know. All I'm saying is that in today's day and age, if you are between the ages of 16 and 30, and you see TV commercials with your sports heroes on them promoting legalized gambling, you might think to yourself, even though I'm a player, I can still gamble.
So you read the story. You did all the research on it today. Do you remember when he was actually? I don't have the answer.
Tell me.
When he actually was kicked out of college football.
It was so he played last year at Cincinnati.
Okay.
And then he was transferring to Texas Tech. And then he got, I'm trying to remember.
Busted in like January, February, March.
But I don't remember how he got busted. I don't remember
Well,
exactly.
it doesn't matter how. So when was he busted? It was like,
but
let's say February.
Okay.
Oh, Fergie is working you,
Yeah,
man.
he's working me hard right
So
now.
now we're in June,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's gone to rehab in these 2 months, and he's like, oh, I don't gamble anymore.
Well, that's like Puka Nacua saying, oh, I don't drink alcohol or have a problem with alcohol anymore.
Guess what? It's not in his player's agreement to not drink alcohol.
Right.
That's the difference.
No,
It's just the difference, Cappy.
I get it, but all I'm saying is that to defend young people, not this young kid. Gambling's become normalized. By the way, we're part of it. I'm not saying part of the problem. I'm saying we're part of the normalization of gambling.
I think there's just certain things that athletes in general, that if they do certain things, they should lose the ability to play their sport.
It's like people in our industry, and I mean television, film, audio, whatever, that will get fired for saying something and then say, oh, but freedom of speech. Freedom of speech doesn't protect you against your employer. If your employer decides you have violated something within their realm, in your employment contract, in your performance contract, whatever it is, that happens. Sometimes employers do that. It's the same thing here. So, yes, you can go out and do a multitude of things, Cappy, but if you say certain things, that's a violation of your employment agreement, your contract, and the FCC. Not right now because we're in the digital hour. And that's just the way it is.
But why would
I would be
Texas Tech,
I would
though?
be fired if I did something that is against my contract or against the ESPN employee
If he pulled
handbook.
out the Schwanz,
yeah,
that's not okay.
No good?
I would be fired,
Even
and then
on
I
this
would
show?
never get another job again in radio. It'd be done. I'd be
Wow.
done.
Boy,
That's just life.
You'd have a stigma. He pulls out his Schwanz.
Yep, exactly.
But I don't understand why.
No Sedano Schwanz allowed. You know.
So nobody in his life could tell him
That pulling out your Schwanz is not
No.
acceptable at work?
Gambling.
that gambling on college football while you're playing for the. By the way, again, he gambled on his own team.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing 1990 sports radio here.
Well, I'll tell you, the story goes that an online gambling book tipped off law enforcement about his betting activity. That's just straight from Google.
It was like $90,000.
$90,000 of betting. Yeah.
That seems pretty
If I were
bad,
if
actually.
I were Texas Tech, I would immediately say, hey, listen, you know what? It's really not worth it for us. We got other guys who can play quarterback.
That's the other thing. Is he even a star?
Right. Well, he's been a good player. He started his career at Indiana. This is before Indiana was good. He had 2 years there, 1 year where he didn't play very much, 1 year where he played a bunch. Then he transferred to Cincinnati. He had 2 very solid years at Cincinnati, really good years. A lot of touchdown passes, very few interceptions, very efficient, in terms of holding onto the football. And then he gets to enter the transfer portal, and Texas Tech gives away money. They literally give away millions and millions of dollars in NIL. So the kid went and took the money. But if you're Texas Tech, why would you want this? Why would you want this anywhere near you?
Yeah, why would you want him back is exactly what you're saying, right? Like, just because this one judge in Lubbock, decides that he should be allowed to play college football and only missed 2 games, that's it, suspended for 2 games, why would you want him back? Why should he come back? Why should Texas Tech take him back?
I want a timeout.
Yeah.
I think we can cleanse the palate.
Calling a TO?
I think we can cleanse the palate.
Well, you weren't here. And then what happened is
but
me
I
and
have a
Bernie
feeling
were
you guys were talking about
no,
this.
No.
Oh.
We were deep into Pat McAfee
okay.
and about broadcasts and about alternative broadcasts and so on. And then I wanted to go to the Lindsay segment, but Lindsay didn't prepare the Lindsay segment.
Oh,
and
no
Berge-
Lindsay segment.
No Lindsay segment.
So I should have prepared the Lindsay segment.
Here's what
but
I want to do right now.
But then it would be the Berge segment.
We're going to play. I want to hear Mario's latest Summer of Soccer report.
Okay.
So we're going to play that for a minute. Then we're going to come back,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to play the Family Ties theme song because it's Michael J. Fox's birthday.
I love Michael J. Fox.
And then if you guys want to do more on Lubbock, Texas, I don't really care what you do.
No, we're not really talking about Lubbock, Texas. We're talking about gambling and sports. That's
We're
what
going to take a
talking
60-second time.
about. Let's do that.
It's not pot enough.
Oh, well, then let's not do that.
Stand by.
I'm standing.
Okay. We're going to do it. We're going to do it anyway.
You don't need to.
No, I want to.
You don't have to.
I want to hear the Summer of Soccer report.
I do, too. I'd like to hear it.
Okay. Here it is. Hey, it's me, Mario.
It's time for your Valvoline Instant Oil Change Summer of Soccer update. Here's Mario Ruiz.
As Thursday's FIFA World Cup opener between Mexico and South Africa inches closer and closer, some of the biggest stars in the world of football are ready to shine on the biggest stage. All eyes are going to be on Argentina's captain Lionel Messi as he looks to make one more magical World Cup run. France brings in a loaded roster led by Kylian Mbappe, while Spain's teenage sensation Lamine Yamal enters the tournament as one of the most exciting young talents in the world of football. Closer to home, the U.S. men's national team is going to lean on Christian Pulisic to lead its attack, while Portugal's legendary icon Cristiano Ronaldo hopes to lift the World Cup trophy for the very first time.
And that's your Valvoline Instant Oil Change Summer of Soccer update. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. From kickoff to the final whistle, performance matters. Keep your vehicle running strong. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and locations near you. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
I really want to play that sausage game. I like swing your sausage. That's like my kind of game, I think.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
No, I have nothing to do with this.
Exactly what you do.
Oh, my God. Look at him swing that sausage.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
9:47, good morning. Michael J. Fox, he turned 65 years old today.
What a great show.
And a great theme song, Family Ties. Of course, he later would go on to Spin City. And remember, he got sick then with Parkinson's, so then Charlie Sheen replaced him on Spin City in the mid-90s on ABC. Yeah.
I just remember the early 80s. 1983.
Alex P. Keaton, Jack.
I wore a tie every day to middle school because that's how much I loved Alex P. Keaton. And those ties back then, they were like this material. I don't know what you called those ties.
They kind of made a comeback a few years ago.
Yeah.
They were like knit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like a knitted tie.
Yeah, not silk, but knit.
I wore one every day to school. People are like, what's up with the tie? I'm like, I'm a Michael J. Fox, Alex P. Keaton fan.
By the way, today's also Donald Duck Day.
Oh, really?
Can you do a Donald Duck?
How's that? Is that a Donald Duck?
That was pretty good.
Not bad.
I used to, as a kid, back when America thought drinking orange juice was a good idea.
Yeah, it's not.
It's really just eat it. Well, Tom Mooney, our friend, would say just eat an orange.
Okay.
Like orange juice is very processed, tons of sugar in it.
Oh.
Like it's not the worst thing you could drink, but from it's tons of sugar.
Okay.
So it's maybe not the best start to your day is water, really, and then coffee or whatever. So if you have orange juice, it's not the end of the world, but it's just a lot of sugar. But I drank Donald Duck orange juice as a kid.
I remember Donald Duck orange juice.
My parents would buy like Minute Maid or whatever, Tropicana. I'd be
not
like,
as good.
Hey, suckers.
Yeah.
You gutless bum parents.
Right.
Give me the Donald Duck orange juice.
Donald Duck was good juice.
And I'm a no pulp guy.
I'm a no pulp guy, too.
I don't like pulp.
Right. But I'll tell you this, in the 70s, and I can't believe I'm saying it like this, when I was a kid, my grandparents, every morning, like if I stayed over with my grandparents, you always started the day with juice in the morning.
Like sometimes juice feels good.
First things first, orange juice.
Again, it's just not like here's the thing. If you're juicing yourself at home, you're like making your own orange juice, it's fresh squeezed, that's good for you. Because again, it's just an orange. But unfortunately, our food companies, they put a lot of stuff. Look at the back of a label of a carton of orange juice.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in there, sucker.
I don't know. Listen, I'll just say this. Donald
Do you
Duck
drink
was
orange
damn good
juice still in the morning?
Not regularly.
Okay, so why are you fighting this?
Well, I'm pro orange juice.
But you don't drink it.
I do on occasion.
Okay, on
Not
occasion
daily.
it's fine.
Yeah, not daily.
But you also drink Coca-Cola on occasion.
Not really.
Okay, but you have sugary drinks.
Maybe occasionally.
Okay. All I'm saying is juices, a lot of times the mass marketed ones, they're got a lot of sugar in them.
All I'm saying is Donald Duck was good orange juice. That's all I'm saying.
Bergie, you're not an orange juice guy. You don't even drink water in the morning.
I don't drink water, but I do drink orange juice. I like
in the
orange
morning,
juice.
every morning?
No, not every morning.
Okay, then why is everybody fighting me on
We're
this?
pro orange juice.
We're all pro orange juice.
But you don't drink it.
I like Sunny D.
Oh, now it's not orange juice.
Yeah, that's definitely not orange juice.
Sunny D is not orange juice.
That's just
they
sugar.
had good commercials, and I always wanted it, and then my mother would get it, and it was horrible.
Nah, it's not bad.
It's not a good drink.
By the way, in junior high, I had Sunny D once.
Do you like pulp or no pulp?
No pulp.
No, I like pulp.
I'm
I need
pulpless.
pulp.
I
All
don't
about
like
the pulp.
Well, let me ask you
I
something.
like high pulp.
Let me ask you this
Really?
then.
Yeah, high pulp. Yeah.
When you do peanut butter, do you do crunchy or do you smooth?
Smooth.
By the way, are you going to buy peanut butter and jam today for our traffic jam fundraiser?
What's the deal?
We got to go to Smart and Final tonight on our walk and buy a bunch of peanut butter and jam.
Okay, I'll do that.
See that bin out there in the lobby?
Yeah.
We got to. It's to help people.
Okay, well, let's help people.
By the way, you still owe me money for CHLA for Team ESPN LA.
So does Sedano, right?
Yeah, both
Did you
of guys.
inform Sedano?
Tomorrow morning, I'll do that.
You're going to tell him tomorrow.
So you didn't, because you didn't do it right away at SeaWorld, you still haven't done it.
Well, I don't even know how to do it.
You're such a moron.
Why?
He told you while we were sitting
Why?
there
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Go to ESPNLA.com. Click the CHLA logo.
Okay.
Done.
That I
Then you
didn't
can
know.
do Apple Pay on your phone.
I don't know how to do that.
Then give me your credit card. I'll put it in.
No,
for you.
can I
have your credit card?
Can I ACH you?
No, it's not me.
Can I Zelle you?
No, just do it on the thing. I think you could Zelle, actually.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
sell it. I don't care.
Sha-la-la-la.
Good song. Really good song.
Guys, why don't you put a bow on the Lubbock Texans?
It's over.
No, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. Bottom line is this. Truth be told, like, I'm saying that gambling has been normalized, and this doesn't surprise me. But I'm also saying, if I'm Texas Tech, I don't want any part of this kid. I don't need these kinds of troubles.
Right.
And the truth of the matter is that if you are busted and guilty of gambling on your own team for or against, you should lose your eligibility.
Done.
But the thing is that people always finish that with, but then you're going to stop him from having a pro career. Why would I want him on my NFL team? I don't need another Art Schleister. Anybody remember that name? Old school. No?
No.
Art Schleister doesn't mean anything to you. No?
Are you going to say more about it?
Well, Art Schleister was a quarterback from the Indianapolis Colts, maybe even been to the Baltimore Colts. And he was guilty of gambling. He was an Ohio State quarterback. You never heard this story, huh?
No.
This guy was from Pete Rose, it went into Art Schleister. And then from him, it's been, the generation of, there's been all kinds of gambling scandals of guys who fix games and guys who shave points and all kinds of stuff.
It goes back to the Black Sox, 1919. Like, gambling's been around forever, and gambling and people have gambled on their own sport forever. It doesn't make it right. And the biggest thing for me about this whole thing is that it shows me more and more so that the NCAA has zero power over anything.
Well, because you look at the NBA, anybody who's gotten caught gambling, gone.
Like Cappy and I, or not Cappy.
Jonte Porter, yeah.
Sedano and I shorted the Cappy stock when we first brought you in. We thought for sure you weren't going to last, so
You
we
guys
shorted the
me.
stock.
Did you lose money on
We
that
lost
short?
a lot of money.
You did you?
And now you're making all the money.
Right,
You're
the price went up.
You're negotiating a new deal.
Yeah, the price went up, and you guys were short.
I was trying to short you.
Guys are screwed.
Oh, man. A show of 6 down to 3.
Yep. And at one point down to 2.
Yeah, when I was adjusting my underpants.
Yeah. What you got for us?
What would they say now?
About adjusting your underpants?
No, about just, not full team strength.
Wow.
That it still worked. That's what they would say.
You tell him, Berg.
Time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day, straight from the book. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Remember, 100 years from now, all new people. Isn't this the same as yesterday's? Suppose you can't afford to go on a much-needed vacation, buy a new car, or move to a larger apartment. How about if someone acts unkindly towards you, or if you have to stay up most of the night working? All these things and most others are brought into a deeper perspective when looked at with a 100-year view. I think that kind of connects to yesterday, which is like, don't take it so seriously,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, I think it was the exact same thing as yesterday.
No, not the exact, because it's a different day.
Oh, all right.
We got a sales meeting today. I'm going to be really crabby.
I should come to that.
You should.
I should come. What
Maybe
time
you
is
should.
it?
I should sit on your lap.
What time is that?
10:15.
10:15. Yeah, it's not convenient for me. Could they move it?
No.
Well, it's like the time that Sedano asked Sean McVay to move so that Sedano could do the interview. I mean, I now ask for these kinds of things.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, so I've got to do live imaging Tuesday.
Okay.
I get to do it.
Yep.
I don't got to do it. I
Mhm.
get to do it thanks to Providence. And then Geeter's doing Lakers talk. And I think
nice.
Trudell's calling in because it's his wife's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll intro Geeter for Lakers talk. I'll
Mhm.
slap it around with him for a second.
And then?
So by 6:15, I'm going to be hungry.
Yeah, you can be ready to go?
We walk to Whole Foods.
Okay.
We get some protein.
Mm-hmm.
Then we walk 3-4 miles tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Then we come back to E and call it a night.
Okay. We're gonna lift in the gym at the E or not?
We're going back to the gym at the E.
We could.
If
do that.
if I'm up for it, then let's lift.
Okay.
We'll do squats.
Why aren't you doing a live imaging Tuesday for Lakers talk?
No,
Good
come
question.
on now.
Good question. What do you mean, come on now?
You
I
got
mean,
to
it's
be
a
on
live
the air for
broadcast.
11 hours?
If there's a live broadcast, you're the live imaging guy.
Right.
That was never part of the deal.
All right.
Just the 3 shows.
Hey, can I just say one thing before we get out of here?
Well, we got to do dealer's choice.
I know, but I want to say this before dealer's choice. You didn't give Samboni any airtime today. You gave him nothing.
I know.
But you realize that the Kings hired a new coach yesterday.
Yeah, but he didn't even post a video until like 17 hours later.
Come on, Samboni.
Peter Laviolette.
Yes. That's right.
Guess what? Friday, you and him could talk all
Me and
about it.
Samboni?
Yeah.
Samboni, we're going to go full Kings talk. Full Kings off-season talk. We're going to stretch it out, and we're going to break down their new coach.
Yeah, stretch it out with Zamboni.
Yeah. Why did the Kings not get from firing their coach and hiring a new coach at the end of the season? Why didn't they get what the Vegas Golden Knights got? They fired their coach 8 games to go, and here they are on the verge of winning the Stanley Cup for the second time.
Oh, now I know why you mentioned it, because Zamboni was texting you.
That's right.
He didn't text the show. He just texted Cappy and I.
Yep.
What is he trying to one-off?
He is.
He's going around everybody.
You should
now.
never even include Morales.
What do you mean everybody? There's nobody here.
Right.
You and I. How about that?
Are we off on Friday?
I'm not. I mean,
yes,
I am.
you are.
No, you're not off. You're not off on Friday.
I'm off also.
Me and Bergman are off
I'm
on Friday.
finally going home after 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck on that.
It's time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, thanks to Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 0191-5212, Cappy.
Hey, if anybody's following me on Instagram, it's at Scott Kaplan. And I want to just say that you may have seen some video that I posted yesterday. I posted it on Instagram. I did post it on my LinkedIn as well. I don't think I posted it on Twitter. I don't remember. What a weird day I had yesterday. Now, look, a lot of people in L.A., Orange County, Riverside County, San Diego County, people who listen to us all over Southern California, you've dealt with wildfires. And obviously, I don't have to talk about what happened a year ago here in L.A. But yesterday, I get a call from Rachel, and she takes a picture, and she sends me this picture from outside her house. She goes, look at all this black smoke. And I think like a house is on fire in her neighborhood. And then I realized, no, she lives on a canyon. It's super dry. It's kind of windy today. I immediately left my house and went over to her house. This is 10:15 a.m. yesterday morning. By the time I get to her house, the smoke is just everywhere. And the fire trucks are flying, and they're screaming, man. And I can see all the aircraft in the air. There must have been 3 or 4 CAL FIRE planes and helicopters and everything. And you know what they were doing is they were actually going to a golf course nearby where she lives. The helicopters would go down and grab water from a pond or whatever at a golf course, lift it up, and fly the 2 miles and then try and extinguish it. I put out this video yesterday of them dropping fire retardant. This is the neighborhood that my kids all grew up in. When it finally comes to you, you've read about it, you've seen it on TV. Oh my God, this is such a bad thing. Fires go through these neighborhoods, Northern California, LA, the Palisades last year. And you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then all of a sudden it happens to you. We were evacuated yesterday. The San Diego Police Department was in her neighborhood on a loudspeaker. Get out now. Let's go, people. Pack your crap and let's go. And the cops were coming through the neighborhood, and we started packing stuff, man. And we took, I would say the most important stuff, but you never really are prepared for it. You think you are, but then you're not. And we just started grabbing stuff and throwing stuff in the car. And then you're like, oh my God, if my house doesn't burn down, which hopefully it doesn't, we got to come back and put all this stuff back away. So I went over.
I'm imagining Rachel has quite the safe too, right?
A couple of them, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I said, you know what? Everybody, we've been evacuated, but there's different reports. So I drove over to where the fire was, and I could see the fire was getting real close to the house. And I could see all the men and women of the fire department out there fighting this thing, and the planes overhead and the helicopters, and I could feel the wind. And I got back to her house, and I said, let's go. Better safe than sorry. Pack up and let's roll. And we did. And we were gone the rest of the day until the evacuation orders were ultimately lifted. But I want to send a shout out to all the firefighters and cops and first responders and CAL FIRE people and these pilots who fly these incredibly dangerous missions. You people, men, women, older folks, younger folks, everybody who helps take care of this stuff. You guys are out there battling and fighting. And yesterday you saved literally thousands of homes. If it wasn't for the aircraft, this is what CAL FIRE said, if it wasn't for the air support, an entire neighborhood would have gone up in flames. So thank you to everybody who was out there fighting it yesterday. And thanks to everybody who hit my social media and wished us well. Evacuation orders were lifted, and everybody is safe.
Get a safe, people. Keep all your stuff in there.
Yep.
Even if you live in an apartment, you can get small safes. I have a couple small safes that I keep all my bits in.
The bits are in the safes, huh?
The Schwann's bits and the bits.
Yeah. You occasionally break them out, do you?
Yeah. All right. Why don't you do that spec for me real quick?
You want me to do a spec?
We'll do it on the air.
You want to do a spec on the air?
Well, it's not on the it's digital hour.
I know, but I'm reading it. I just want to say I'm reading it.
All right, go ahead.
And by the way, I'm really excited to be working with these guys. This is really, really super cool.
3-2.
All right, everybody. Hey, it's Cap. And if you've been looking for your next car, how about
that sucked.
That was terrible?
Yeah, one more time.
Well, they said vehicle. I don't know. Do I like vehicle? I guess vehicle works.
All right,
right?
3-2.
Right. Hey, everybody, it's Cap. And if you...
hold on. I stopped recording.
That's no good, huh?
No, I stopped recording accidentally. 3-2.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. And if you are looking for your next vehicle, think about upgrading your current ride, or maybe you just want to experience what BMW is all about, I've got the place to send you. It's Pacific BMW in Glendale. Now, by the way, I've never owned or leased a BMW, and I'm really excited to work with Pacific BMW in Glendale because whether you're looking for that brand new BMW, I suggest a certified pre-owned BMW. You get amazing deals. Or you're ready to make that move into the all-electric BMW like the i4, the i5, or the iX, Pacific BMW has one of the largest selections in all of Southern California. Plus, their team makes the entire process simple, transparent, and you know what? It's actually enjoyable. And what I really like is that Pacific BMW isn't just about selling cars. Their BMW certified service department is there to keep your vehicle performing at its best long after you drive off the lot. And with convenient financing options, trade-in assistance, and a customer-first approach, they've built a reputation that keeps drivers coming back year after year. So whether you're upgrading your current ride or buying your very first BMW, make Pacific BMW your first stop. Visit pacificbmw.com or stop by at 800 South Brand Boulevard in Glendale. Pacific BMW, the ultimate driving machine, starts here. And by the way, I can't wait to get into a brand new BMW. Never had one, never driven one, never owned, never leased, but I have always wanted a BMW, and I will be at Pacific BMW in Glendale.
Good job, Cap.
That's a solid read.
I thought it was pretty good.
For not having read the copy.
No, you
really.
did it cold.
Yeah. It's a solid read.
Are you ready to get out of here now?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Thank you for joining us. Even though we were undermanned and understaffed, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, we got through it on a Live Imaging Tuesday, thanks to Providence. We'll see you tomorrow for a windy Wednesday, sucker. 7 a.m., the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. It begins at 6:30 with the Blue Review with Bergie and Marcus Grant, presented by LAX. We'll see if they have audio tomorrow.
That's Star Wars, brother.
We'll see if they have audio. Who knows? Anyway, have a great day. What are you looking at?
Who's walking through the hallway here?
Who was it?
I don't know. I couldn't see.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow morning.